Hey everybody, happy Saturday. How are y'all feeling? It's your girl, the Brooke Ashley, and today we are here to discuss The Real Housewives of Miami, Season 7 Reunion Part 2. Now, it's so funny because when this reunion came out, the Part 2 came out, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gagged. I can't wait for this recap. I had every intention of giving you guys the recap yesterday, but all the news broke. All hell broke loose with the whole Wendy and Eddie stuff. We talked about that all day. Shout out to everybody who was with me all day yesterday. We had a good time. But yeah, come on in the room, y'all. Let me know that you're in here. Make sure to hit that like button as you come on in. Let me know if you guys can hear me all right in the chat. Come on in. We're going to have a good time. Come on in the room, y'all. How's everybody doing? How are y'all? Listen, y'all, I can't wait to talk, right? This is like Christmas. I'm screaming. I know I have not had a moment's rest. Listen, I have not had a moment's rest, honey. Thank you. I've been feeding y'all all week. Okay, y'all, wait, hold on. So you know that I hit 35,000 subscribers yesterday. So I did want to, celebrate a little bit. I have my champagne on ice, honey. I got the Veuve. Honey, you know I have my favorite champagne, so you know we have to pour up. I already popped open the cork. I don't want to have any issues struggling to open it on camera. So here we go. Let's have that. Pour up a little glass for Saturday. Yes, y'all. Cheers, y'all. Cheers to 35,000 subscribers. To all the new subscribers, welcome. I hope you guys have the best time here. We have a good time. It's nothing but love and laughs and positivity. So cheers, honey. Cheers to the girls' weekend, okay? Yes, y'all. Come on, yeah. Pour up with me if you want to have a little, have a little toast with me, y'all. All right, let's clink glasses. Yes. So good, okay? I will be sipping on my champagne all throughout this recap. So if I get a bit tipsy, don't judge me. Oh, all right, we're good. Okay, y'all. Congrats. Yes. Wait, hold on. I just want to say again, thank y'all. You guys are with me all day yesterday. Like, I did not get a moment's rest. Like, y'all really stood by me for 3 back-to-back videos from 11:30 a.m. And when did I get off? At like 8 p.m. So we did like a whole shift from morning, afternoon, and night. But yes, come on, friend. Hey, binge-worthy. Yes, glasses up. How are you? Oh my gosh, I'm so happy you're in here. Honey, we're going to have a good time. Oh, thank you. You did the Lord's work with your commentary yesterday. Thank you. You know I was not missing that. You know I was not missing that story. My heart is still torn up about the kids. And wait, before we start with the Miami recap, I want to say one more thing. For them to do this right before the holiday time, think about how the kids' Thanksgiving and their Christmas is ruined. And now they have to go back to school. Like, I can't stop saying it. I am thinking about their kids heavy. This is such a sad situation, honey. All right. Baby, nasty work indeed. Like, the kids' entire holiday season is completely messed up. It is completely torn apart. Like, can they even ask for Christmas gifts? Because their money's all tied up in the legal bills, then the embarrassment of it all, the shame of it all. The fact that y'all would sit up here and cause this kind of trauma to your children is shameful. I can't stop praying for their kids. Regardless of how I feel about Wendy and all her shenanigans, I've always had a soft spot for her children. They are just adorable. They don't deserve this. Yeah, the feds don't care at all. Exactly. I just feel so bad. I feel so bad for them. Kids get depressed too, and it's overlooked because people are focusing on the adults. Yeah, all I'm thinking about is those babies. They'll probably get 1 gift each. Y'all, this is so sad. I think that I could see the kids being taken out of school and maybe homeschooled for the remainder of the year. But this has ruined their entire school year. This has ruined their entire Thanksgiving and Christmas. They have to go to court November 7th. So God, whatever happens during that court date, there's so many variables here, but the main point is that their kids are never going to be the same. And for this to happen, her kids are so young. They're not even teenagers. Her oldest child is what, 11 or 12? The girl, her daughter is so cute. Her daughter is only 5. She's in first grade or kindergarten. Like this is crazy. But child, we'll talk more about that later on. I might go live. We might talk about this again because there's so much to unpack. But baby, my heart goes out to those children. It really does. Yes, honey, Erica De Niro, Diva, if you are watching this, I love you down. Erica's latest video, I said, oh my gosh, yes, honey, she had my back like a real sister. She sure did, baby. Erica De Niro, I love you so much. And your latest video, girl, love you down, okay? But yes, the Diva had me tearing up, honey. Oh, did y'all see Ashley? Ashley did a performance. I don't know why she keeps trying to sing, but she did a performance last night. And before she sang, she said, we tried to tell y'all, we knew this is new for y'all, it's not new for us. Pretty much saying that they knew the whole time that Wendy was full of it. A mess. A hot mess. But y'all, we'll talk about that later, okay? Hey, Jameer, thank you for the super chat. Congrats on 35K subscribers. Thank you, Jameer. You have the best channel with the best community on here. It's always a great time. Keep doing great things, Brooke. Thank you, Jameer. You are so sweet. And also, Jameer, listen, the way you and Ayana held it down, y'all, just love y'all. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, Vonti Ramon, thank you for the super chat. Woo, child, it's been a wild week at Bravo. I know. Brit not caring about her kids, Bronwyn's mom, Wendy's arrest, lying Julia in hearing, F me in Spain. You've covered it all. Listen. Mia was nasty for her comments, especially after she said Wendy was the only one that supported her after she left the show. But are you surprised, though? That's just how Mia is. I'm not surprised that Mia will turn on somebody like on a dime. So I'm not surprised. And Mia never really cared for Wendy like that anyway. That was evident when she assaulted her and didn't apologize to her. So are you surprised? It's to be expected. All right, y'all. Let's get into Miami. Let's get into Miami because y'all know I was gagged. I said, wait, what? Like, you guys know I was screaming, honey. You see the title of this video. You see the title of this video. Baby, in the words of Alexander Rogers, Julia and Adriana were bumping pocketbooks and losing change. Oh my gosh. Hey, Elsie Charms, thank you for the super chat. I remember you holding out on the tea of Wendy's attitude. When I saw this, I thought of Do Right by Brooke. Listen, it's really weird how this breaking news came to pass 3 days after I told my story of how she treated me the last time I saw her. Like, what are the odds that this was going to happen? But Wendy, I know that you're going to have plenty of time to think about what you did and think about how you treated people. Child, I know you wish you never said that to me, but let me be quiet. Hey, Osmond Chagall, thank you for the super chat. I may be a new subby, but I've seen a few of your live videos in the back, and you are a good Kiki. Thank you. Congrats on 35K, manifesting for 100K. Thank you so much. Thank you. Child, listen. Y'all are so funny. I saw the title of your video and I went to watch the episode. Yes, Julia made a fool of herself. She sure did. We gonna get into it, y'all. So when I tell you, Miami has given us one of the best reunions that I've seen in a while. Like, this reunion has been top tier. I have to tell you, I really enjoyed myself in this second part. So we start things off. It's the continuation of part 1. where Julia ends it on a cliffhanger saying that the reason why her friendship with Adriana has changed is because they slept together in the Hamptons. Everybody's like, like what? Gasping in confusion. So Adriana starts laughing and clapping, and now Lisa jumps in and says, why are you sleeping together with anybody if you're married? So when I tell you, we have not seen Andy this engaged in a reunion in about 5 years. Andy has looked checked out for the most part. And the fact that Andy sat up, he was like, wait, what? Like, wait, do tell, say that again. We have never seen Andy run back any questions. He'll usually skip over a topic. He's like, all right, let's move on. Baby, he was glued because we spent the first half of this part 2 talking only about Julia and Adriana. That's how engaged Andy was into all of this, right? Yes, honey, Andy was shocked. He wanted all the tea. So Andy's like, hold on. Are you saying that you guys slept together during that cast trip in the Hamptons in season 4? And Julia says, yes, 4 years ago. So now Julia says it was before the friend engagement. And now Lisa was like, wait, what? Like, make it make sense. I'm so confused. So then Julia says, by the way, Martina already knows. So now Lisa's like, well, why are you bringing it up? And my exact thoughts, because again, if you messed around with a friend, if you had a one night stand, you keep that between you guys. Like, that goes to the grave. And that's why I always say, be careful who you do stuff with, because you have some people where they can't hold water. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's horrible that it's like that. But just some people, if you do dirt, if you do whatever, you can't do it with them or do it to them or do it around them, because they'll tell all your business. So Julia was like, I was living psychologically abused by Adriana. I said, girl, what? We've seen how violent your temper is. So you want us to believe that Adriana was over here psychologically abusing you? Stop. So now Julia says, no, so Lisa and Gertie were both like, girl, stop. So Larsa, I don't know what got into you. I don't know why you were in such a pissy mood. But when you were like, guys, stop being so insensitive, let her finish. I said, the same way you make side comments, let them make their side comments too. Like, it was so annoying. So now Julia says, when Adriana came into my life 4 years ago, she was in a horrible state. Julia was in a horrible state, and she was not in the best place with Martina. Their marriage was not great. Now, y'all know how I've always felt about Julia and Martina's marriage. I have never thought that Julia was again, my opinion, I never saw the chemistry or the romance between them. It always gave me that Julia was trying to secure the bag. That's what it gave me. Julia will go with anybody for a piece of a check and a chicken wing, in my opinion. So to hear that their marriage was on the rocks is not surprising. So now she goes on to say that Adriana knew how vulnerable I was. I was grieving the departure of my daughters because her daughters live in Europe. And she says, and Adriana knew that my marriage was in trouble. Then she goes on to say that she felt muzzled by Adriana, and she thought that she felt like Adriana controlled her life and controlled all of her friendships. So Andy's like, wait, so were you worried that she would tell Martina or the other women in the group that you guys messed around? And Julia's talking about, oh yeah, I was worried that because she was blackmailing me. She kept telling me, you're only here in this group because of me, and you owe me your entire paycheck. Now, do I believe that Adriana has said that to Julia? Yes. Do I believe that? And we saw that clip in the finale episode where Adriana did low-key say that, right? But I feel like Adriana said that because of her frustration of how she brought Julia into the group, and Julia is now ditching her for her ops. So I get why somebody would say that. Like, girl, I brought you into this group. These are my friends. And now you want to ditch me for the people that I introduced you to? No, ma'am. And we can talk. That's another topic for another day. But yeah, I understand why Adriana felt a way about that, because it's like, girl, you're my friend. Like, how dare you? And I get that. So now you have Adriana jumps in and says, I gave you the opera idea. And now Andy's like, wait, hold on. He's still stuck on the fact that they slept together. So Andy's like, Adriana, did you sleep? He says, Adriana, did you sleep with her? So Adriana says many times. So everybody's gagged. So Andy's like, you know how Andy is. Andy does not want any euphemisms. He wants you to speak plainly. So he's like, I'm going to ask y'all again. Did y'all have sex in the Hamptons? Yes or no? Because you saying you slept together is vague. So you have Adriana saying she doesn't have a penis. Stephanie interrupts. Can I tell you something, Stephanie? You really won me over during this scene. The way Stephanie could not stop laughing. She tickled me so much. She was literally in tears with the way, because this whole thing is so outlandish. So Stephanie's like, girl, it's called scissoring. So now they all start laughing. And Andy's like, again, I'm going to ask y'all both this one more time. Did you guys have sex in the Hamptons? So Adriana says, well, we slept together. We kissed. That's about it. But I never scissored anybody. So now Julia's like, you never blackmailed me. And Adriana calls her an imposter and says that she's a fraud. So now she goes on, she says, what's your real name? You're trying to morph into somebody that you want to be because you want to belong in this circle. You're insecure and you want to infiltrate in this group. So then she says that we have a spy in this group and the spy is Julia. And then she says that Julia's real name is actually Yulia. Adriana is hilarious. You said Adriana flopped. So now we go on to ask, so Andy goes on to ask Marisol, what's her reaction to all this? Marisol says, it's a lot. Andy's like, do you believe this? And Marisol says, I mean, yeah, I could believe it. It happens. I could see a one-night stand. You know, it's not out of the realm of possibility. So now Andy's like, Marisol, do you believe that Adriana would hold this over Julia's head? So now Andy goes on to ask the group, who here believes that Julia and Adriana had an affair? So Gertie's like, well, hold on now, because an affair is a long-term thing. And now Andy's like, okay, you're right. Who thinks that they slept together? So they all raised their hands except for Lisa. When I tell you Lisa was on point. Lisa says, Julia is the married one. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because Julia is the one who's married. She took vows. So why are we even getting on Adriana when this is all on Julia? And she's correct about that. Because at the end of the day, girl, if you're married, why are you sitting up here sleeping with other people? Man or woman, you're a married woman. You took a vow to be with one person for the rest of your life. If you don't want to do that, then get a divorce. But yeah, Lisa was correct. Like, why are we trying to put Adriana, why are we scrutinizing her when she's single and free and Julia is the one here married? I said, yes, Lisa was very on point. Yes, you said for once, Lisa made sense. So now you have Kiki. Kiki jumps in and says, well, some people who are married are open. So now they're like, look, girl, are you open? And Julia says, no, we do not have an open relationship. Lisa's like, does Martina know about you and Adriana? So Julia says that she told Martina this 6 months ago. And Andy goes on to ask, did Martina know that Julia would reveal this tonight? Julia says, yes, she does. And Martina cried. So, Julia, we know that you're a liar and you'll do anything for attention and a moment. And I don't believe for 1 minute that you told Martina that you were going to reveal this. I think that this was one of those times where you made a very snap decision in the moment because you wanted to gag everybody. I don't think that you sat this through. You really sat down and said, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to say this, babe. Please don't be upset if this happened. I don't believe it. Julia, I believe that you're lying. Because again, at the end of part 1, looking at her facial expressions, she was literally going through it like, okay, like I need to have a moment. What's going to grab everybody? What's going to have all eyes on me? So let me just reveal it now. I don't think that this was premeditated or planned. I really believe in my soul that you decided to reveal that at that minute. Yeah, and her reveal made no sense to spill it anyway. I agree. If they get divorced, she deserves it. I agree. Julia is always the victim. No matter what she does, it's always someone else's fault. Exactly. Yeah, doing everything to keep her mojito, including throwing Martina under the bus. Yeah, it was all on the spot. It was all on the spot. I don't believe for 1 minute that she told Martina. I don't believe it. So now you have Julia going on to say that, Andy goes on to ask her, why was it important to say this tonight? Julia made no sense. She said, because I feel like there are so many misconceptions. I couldn't speak my truth, and I needed Adriana to hear it from her, that I didn't ditch my friend for other people. And she says that she does feel guilt about their affair, and that's why she could not have Adriana as the godmother. Again, I was happy that Adriana called it out and she said that's BS. I'm sorry, Julia. First of all, that was a very rash decision to reveal this. And second of all, I'm confused as to what this had to do with anything. What does this have to do with the price of tea in China? I'm confused. We went from this was literally apples and oranges, because again, I don't understand what the thought process was. I could see if you guys were talking about hooking up or whatever, but this was out of left field. The real reason is, why did you ditch your best friend for Adriana's ops? That's it, and that's all. You just wanted to reveal this because you wanted attention. That's it. I can't stand Julia. I just wish that she would have said, you know what, I wanted to reveal it, but like, don't sit up here and make up some half-ass excuse for why you did it. You did it to be messy. That's why you did it. And what really gets me is, you need to be careful when you try to do things like this, because first of all, for anybody who's in the LGBT community, isn't it a violation to try to out somebody? Is this not considered outing? Like, she's in the wrong for that, right? Yes, no, let me know. I don't want to speak out of turn, but I just feel like you're out of pocket for that. And then two, you made yourself look bad. Nobody's judging Adriana. We're judging you because, Miss Mama, you're the one who's married and you're low-key outing somebody. You don't do that. Okay, you said yes, it is. It's a big violation. Okay. Well, thank y'all, because that's what okay, yes, it is. All right, good. Julia's whiny voice gets on my nerves. Same. Child, you said she causes chaos and confusion everywhere she goes. Exactly. Yes. Is that when she said she saw her kissing a man and Julia was like, oh yeah, that's just a friend. No matter how crappy the person is, outing someone is never cool. Yeah, you just don't do that. It's a big violation. You don't out someone even if you don't like them. Yes, it is very wrong. Yeah, Adriana could have family or friends that would shun her. Hate how Andy and half the cast dismissed all of Julia's faults and turned it back on Adriana. Same here. Like, Julia is the one who's wrong here. Let's be clear. Julia is the one at fault. Hey, front of the line. Thank you for the super chat. Shout out to Haitian morticians everywhere. Oh my gosh. When Adriana revealed that, I was screaming. Hey, the perfume preppy. Thank you for the super chat. Julia is for the continent. Shaking my head. She is. She's for everybody. Hey, Candace Jenkins, thank you for the super chat. Brooke, do you remember when Larsa said that Julia was cheating on Martina with a black man? I'm surprised that wasn't mentioned. Well, Adriana brought it up. Adriana brought it up at this part too. Hey, No Name, thank you for the super chat. I ran out of gas and gags to give for Julia and Adriana's love affair because of the Wendy fraudulent charges. Same here. No, for real. Like, I feel like the Wendy stuff overshadowed everything that happened. Absolutely. You said, now why is Haiti in this? Julia positioning herself like a victim when spilling her own tea. She's crazy. So now we get on to Adriana saying this is all BS. And now we have some unseen. Julia says, do you remember, Adriana? You were pointing your finger in my face, saying that you're going to reveal something that I'm not going to like. So we do see some unseen footage of the finale episode, and we have Adriana threatening to expose her. Now, the way that Adriana was talking, I did not get the sense that she was going to reveal this. I thought she was going to reveal something else, but not their hookup. So for Julia to say, well, no, I thought you were going to say, you were going to reveal it then and there, that's BS, because the way that Adriana was talking, the tone in her voice, it conveyed that she was going to spill some other tea. So now Adriana says, no, I was never going to reveal this. Adriana says, since you went there, I was never going to go there. I would never destroy your marriage. I love Martina. I would never destroy your household. But since you brought that up, it's all out on the table. So she says, girl, you were cheating on Martina with a Haitian mortician. I said, wait, what? She says, you told me everything. You used to take him to the motel. I said, not the motel. I said, girl, Martina is cheap. Martina must have you on a tight budget, because why couldn't you and the Haitian mortician go to the Four Seasons or the Ritz-Carlton? You guys couldn't go to the Satai or the SLS or the St. Regis in Bal Harbor, all those 5-star hotels, the W South Beach. You're in a motel. Absolutely, girl. What? I said, a mess, honey. So, and when I said Adriana had me screaming. So she says, you used to pay for the motel. I said, Julia, not you out here paying for dick. I said, Julia, not you out here paying for penis. He couldn't even pay for it. It's bad enough you're in a motel cheating on your spouse, but yeah, you're over here paying for a man. I said, girl, I said, no, ma'am, girl, this is a hot mess. Yes, honey, she was throwing it back at Motel 6. So now she said, and you told me that he made you buy him a coffee machine as a gift. When the camera turned to Stephanie's face and Stephanie was doubled over laughing, I had tears streaming down my face. I said, not a coffee machine. He made you buy him a gift. He said, honey, this dick ain't free. He said, you gonna pay for it. Girl, I said, this is so embarrassing on your end. Stephanie had me in tears, honey. She was doubled over. She had to get out a tissue and wipe her eyes because the tears that were coming down her face, I could not stop laughing. I could not stop laughing. So now Adriana's like, you forgot about that, didn't you, bitch? So now she goes on to expose that Martina had another lover. She had a cop lover on the side. So now you have Alexia talking about, what about you though, Adriana? You were her lover. We don't care about these other lovers. I said, Alexia, at the end of the day, have this smoke for Julia. Julia's out here cheating on her wife, paying for her lovers, and trying to seduce the group low key, high key. So why are you getting on Adriana? Adriana is the victim here. It's not the other way around. Honey, I said, this is a hot mess that you were paying for men. I said, Julia, you should feel embarrassed that not only are you cheating, but you have to pay for men. That's really sad. So now Adriana says, go and tell Martina that. So now Andy's like, wait, hold on. Y'all don't understand the scream that left my body. When he was like, so Julia, why did you have to buy the Haitian mortician a coffee maker? I said, Andy is so petty. Again, this was one of the few times that Andy was asking follow-up questions because he was actually engaged in the nonsense. I said, when it comes to anything else, Andy could care less, but let it be some bisexual, lesbian, cheating drama. He is seated. Oh my gosh. Listen. Yes, I agree. I was annoyed that Alexia interrupted because Adriana would have kept going had Alexia not interrupted. Baby, I could not stop laughing. Andy was locked in. He said, wait, what? He said, no, come again. Why did you buy him a coffee maker? Why did he demand that of you? So now Julia denies it. She's like, well, I don't know about that. I forgot about that. I said, girl, stop. You have the receipts for said coffee maker, please. So now Julia says that she shared this information with Adriana in confidence and how Martina knows all about it. First of all, I can tell you right now, Martina had no idea about these other lovers. And if she did, I'm pretty sure that Martina made you promise you would never get on national TV and tell the world that you were out there cheating on her, making a fool out of her. On top of that, sis, for you to have the audacity to say, I told Adriana this in confidence that she wouldn't say anything. Are you well? Are you daft? Because you just revealed and you low-key outed Adriana for you guys hooking up, but now, so you can out Adriana, but Adriana can't call you out. No, baby, the minute that you take it there, I'm outing everything that I know about you. If you want to do that, then I'm gonna take it to hell too. You don't get to reveal all my secrets and then expect that I keep your secrets after you tried to sit up here and embarrass me. No, ma'am. We could never be friends after that. I was like, Julia, you have me entirely messed up. So now, you have Adriana saying that Julia is a cheater. She has a pattern of cheating, and I believe it. She says that you have a pattern of being a liar and a cheater. So now Andy's like, Julia, do you have an open relationship? And Julia says, I do not. Well, I guess you don't have an open marriage. You're open, but Martina has to be faithful to you, if I had to guess. So now you have Julia saying, once again, playing the victim, and she says, I told Adriana this in confidence, and now she's trying to be malicious and shame me. But you just tried to shame Adriana. You just outed her. You outed her. You guys hooking up in the Hamptons. Like, what are we talking about? You don't get to have it both ways. And I love how Gertie calls it out. She said, oh my gosh, Julia is always the victim. You can't play victim to situations that you created. You started this first. Nobody had to know anything about your affairs had you kept your mouth shut about you and Adriana. Why is that so hard to grasp? Well, I saw that there was a rumor on social media, on Twitter, saying that Martina is allegedly, Martina is looking up divorce lawyers, and she is really upset about all this coming out to light on the reunion. So I won't be surprised if they're divorced. It's ridiculous. I think it's so ridiculous that Julia is blowing up her entire life for what? For a cheap moment? Hey, Robert, thank you for the super chat. Blessing us again. I hope you're having a great weekend. Thank you. I hope you are too. Adriana's the queen of props. If I was Lisa, I would be done with Alexia after part 3. And those babies they just adopted. Exactly. I don't know. I just don't like how Julia is playing victim when she started this whole entire thing. There was no reason to bring this up at all. So Adriana says, Julia, you have a mask. You're not who you say you are. And you cheat on your wife, but now I'm the bad guy. Got it. So now Andy's like, well, you know what? It's time for a short break. Everybody go back and get touched up, go to your dressing rooms, and then we'll be back shortly. So now you have Andy saying, but before we go on break, I just want you both to know that I was hoping that you guys would find your way out of all this and get back as friends, but apparently not. So now, of course, Adriana and Julia go at it. Adriana says, I'll never go for you, you dirty little whore. And then she walks off the stage. So as everybody's walking to their dressing rooms, Andy says, I had no idea that was going to happen. Did not see that coming. Julia says, I feel horrible, but she was not herself for 4 years. Julia, that's a lie. You seemed A-okay for these last 4 seasons. Again, you revealed this for a moment. That's it. You wanted to have a salacious, iconic, jaw-dropping reunion moment, and it sort of backfired. So I don't feel any sympathy. You were willing to keep this secret until you thought that telling the secret would get you ahead of the game, and it didn't really do that. I don't know. I'm not here. I will never be here for Julia ever playing victim, ever. Hey, the perfume preppy, thank you for the super chat. Julia throwing the cat like a frisbee in a motel and buying Keurigs. I can't. A mess. A mess. Sitting up there paying for men in a motel. Hey, cheap 83. by 21. Thank you for the super chat. It's diabolical of Julia to coerce Martina into adoption and only tell her about the cheating after the paperwork was signed. Child support secured. That's nasty work. If that's really why Julia did this, that's really crazy. Julia, you should feel ashamed of yourself for embarrassing Martina and your marriage like this. Julia is tricking with coffee makers. Oh my gosh. So now, well, yeah, you said somebody said she misses the peen. Well, she obviously does. The way if she's paying for it, if any woman paying a man's way needs serious evaluation and is the epitome of desperation. Any woman paying a man's way, a man paying for bills, paying for a woman paying for a man's bills, dates, buying him PS5s, buying a man shoes, paying a man's bills, giving a man money. You need serious help. Serious help. You said get Bolo on the line, child. And Larsa, yeah, didn't Larsa say seasons ago that she saw Julia with a black man? Larsa probably bumped into her with the Haitian mortician, because Larsa said I bumped into you with a man kissing on a black man at the Four Seasons. So Julia probably did take the Haitian mortician to the Four Seasons every now and again. When he really performed good, she would take him to the 5-star hotel. Oh my gosh. She would have emptied out their entire account had she gotten on Bolo's. Bolo would be retired. He'd be retired in 6 months if he ever came across Julia. Julia would wipe out all of their accounts, give him the deed to their house. So now, as they're walking to their dressing rooms, we see Alexia, Julia, and Andy walking together. And Andy's like, I have to ask, did you and Adriana sleep together more than once? So Julia says, yes, we did. We fooled around a few more times in the Versace mansion at Alexia's bachelorette party. So we see the flashbacks of Alexia's bachelorette, and they were good and drunk, taking body shots. They had strippers there. They were partying until the wee hours of the morning. And at about 3:47 a.m., we see that Julia and Adriana were sharing a room together, and they went off to bed. Again, Julia, why would you do this to your friend? I don't understand. Like, nobody believes in keeping some secrets with them to the grave. Like, I don't understand what the whole purpose of this was, to expose you and Adriana. I just don't get it. Like, what? I don't know. So now, Julia says, I didn't say this for gossip. That's a bold-faced lie. Yes, you did. You wanted attention and you got it. So now Andy goes on to ask her if Martina is going to be upset when she sees this playback. And Julia says, well, she knows already, but she did ask me, why do I need to say this? And I told her it's because I can't lie. Again, I don't believe a word. I think that Martina found this out at the same time that we found it out. So now we cut to, Andy was so petty, asking her again about the Haitian mortician, and all Julia could do was laugh. So now we see Adriana in her dressing room. She's like, can you believe this? Like, can you believe this right now? And so she's so annoyed at Julia doing this. So now we cut to Julia in her dressing room with Alexia and Kiki. And Julia says, for years, Adriana was holding this over my head. Once again, I don't believe this. I think that you wanted to reveal this. I don't think that Adriana was going to ever bring this up. So, when I tell y'all, Alexia and Kiki were so intrigued. You have Alexia saying, Julia, I just have to know, did you eat her out? Did she eat you out? I could not stop laughing because Alexia wanted to know the details. Kiki was like, girl, Kiki said she watches a whole bunch of Brazzers and Pornhub, honey, so she knows all about. I could not stop laughing. They were too involved, honey. They were just too excited. So now Julia says, I don't want to say, out of respect to Adriana, I don't want to tell you guys the intimate details. I'm not going to do that. I said, Julia, it's too late don't be tight-lipped now, babe. You already revealed that you guys bumped Pocketbooks, so you might as well just say what you all did. Like, don't be all shy and demure now, girl. You already revealed it, that you were cheating on your wife. So please, I said, girl, don't do this. I said, don't do this. You said, I know Kiki's and Martina's DMs. Yes, honey. Alexia wanted the Yelp reviews, honey. You said they wanted to know if the change was lost bumping those pocketbooks. So now, you have Kiki asking again, like, so what happened? And Julia says, we had sex, we were intimate. Again, you have Alexia saying, so did you like it? I said, girl, do y'all want to try it out? Do y'all want to try anything with Julia or Adriana? Because you guys are too, like, interested. Especially Alexia. Alexia was thinking, like, listen, I'm about to be single again, and she might try something new. Alexia was giving me, you know what? It hasn't worked with these 3 husbands. Let me, like, that's what it was giving me, because Alexia was she was like, girl, so wait, what? Who did what? Like one of y'all said, it definitely giving. So who's doing the bending? So, Larsa, of course, Larsa always has to discredit anybody that she's not getting along with. She says, I think that Adriana's making all this up about the Haitian mortician. Stephanie says, look, girl, we're friends and all, but I'm going to disagree with you right here. I believe every word that came out of Adriana's mouth. I said, same here, Stephanie. You have Larsa saying that, Larsa defending Julia cheating on her spouse. She was like, well, when you're not in a great place with your spouse, it can happen. It's easy to slip and fall. I said, okay, Larsa. I mean, Larsa's really funny to me. One thing I've noticed, Larsa is somebody who cannot be objective. Like, when Larsa likes you, you can do no wrong. But when she doesn't like you, she will find any way to make an excuse for the other party because she does not like you. If she were on the outs with Julia, she'd be the first one saying, oh, you're cheating on your spouse. Like, let's not forget that Larsa threw shade about Julia and Dr. Nicole having kids out of wedlock. So you're telling me that, I'm just saying, if you're judging people for having kids out of wedlock, I'm pretty sure that you judge people for cheating on their spouses. So now all of a sudden you're understanding over cheating spouses, but you get what I'm saying? I don't like how Larsa does that. I get that you like Julia all of a sudden, but don't sit up here now discredit Adriana like Adriana's the villain. I don't know. Larsa does that a lot. It's very aggravating. And then Larsa hugs her new boyfriend and says, don't worry, I'll never slip and fall with you. But I was just like, okay, Larsa. Wait, let me read us another super chat. Hey, No Name, thank you for the super chat. Julia had a facelift and cheated on her wife while she was treating her cancer. Just fathom how low life she is. Exactly. Hey, Florence, thank you for the super chat. As an aside, I love how you talk about relationships. When you're around the wrong people, they make you feel crazy for asking more of men. Julia is beyond desperate. She is desperate. And thank you so much for the kind words. Hey, Brigitte Dar, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Brooke, congrats on the 35K. Hope you get the Browser sponsorship soon. I'm screaming. Well, maybe after this recap. Oh, yeah, Steven. Yeah, you're not the super chat police today. Oh my gosh, I am screaming. No, Steven was on me yesterday. Good times. So now we have, wait, where am I in my notes? So now we cut back to Julia, Alexia, and Kiki in their dressing room. And when I tell you that Adriana is hilarious, the way she burst in their dressing room and she was like, "Are you guys talking about me? You guys are sitting up here trying to concoct your new story." They were like, "No, girl, it's not that." Adriana was not having it. So she's like, Adriana says, "Julia, you are such a fool. I would have kept your secret till the grave. When I told you I'm going to break the fourth wall, I was not going to mention that." So, of course, you have Julia lying. She says, "But you were holding it over my head." And Adriana says, "No, girl, you're the one who's married, kissing everybody in this group. You're an imposter." So now Julia says, "But you told me if I ever befriend Marisol or Kiki that you would take me down." Adriana says, "No, you're a liar." And then she keeps calling Julia a cheater. Kiki cannot get over this news. She interrupts and she's like, "So please somebody answer me. Did you guys have sex? Yes or no?" I said, "Kiki, they did." Like, they did. Kiki was still stuck on that. I said, "Kiki, we've moved past that like 20 minutes ago." So now we have Alexia saying that she's never been more excited for a reunion to come out. Now, Alexia, you might have lied to me about the whole Gertie stuff, but you did tell me the truth when I saw you at the party that this was one of your best reunions ever and that it was explosive. You didn't lie. That you're on point with because you told no lies about that. This reunion has been a 10 out of 10. So now we have everybody come back out on the stage. Adriana comes out with the box. Now we know that Adriana loves a good prop every reunion. So now Andy says, "All right, we're back. I want to go back to the bomb that was just dropped before we broke for break." He says, "So Adriana, just for clarification, you and Julia did mess around in the Hamptons." Again, when have we ever seen Andy follow up 4 times regarding the same topic? Like, we haven't seen that since the old days when Housewives was just starting out. This is how intrigued he was by this whole hookup. So now, when I tell you again, Adriana had me gagging when she told the story. So Adriana says, "I want to take it all the way back. The first time I met Julia, it was at a luncheon in Fisher Island. Andy's like, "Well, I didn't ask you all that. I just want to know, did y'all have sex in the Hamptons? Yes or no?" So Adriana said, "Andy, let me cook for a bit. I have to tell you this, so that way it'll make sense when I answer your question." I said, "I know that's right, Adriana. Let him know to sit there, be quiet, and just let you cook." So Adriana says again, "The first time me and Julia met was at Fisher Island at this luncheon. We were having brunch. She comes in and immediately tells me that I look like Snow White and I'm so pretty." So now she started complimenting my boobs, told me how good my boobs look. The next thing I know, she invites me to the bathroom and she says that she wants to see my boobs. So I showed her my boobs. She dropped down, she flashed open her dress and showed me her butt. Baby, when I tell you that Kiki wanted the details, honey. Kiki says, "Oh, so it started with the show off." So now so Adriana says, "So after that, it's clear that she developed a crush on me. She was feeling me, she wanted all this Brazilian, she wanted all this, like, please. She was trying to seduce me." So Andy, when I tell you, he was just like, "Okay, like, thank you for that story time, but I need to ask you one more time. Did you or did you not mess around and have sex in the Hamptons? Somebody answer me." I said, "Baby, again, when have we ever seen Mr. Andy Cohen this engaged in a reunion? We haven't seen it in a long time." So Adriana says that Julia petted her. They all said, "What?" Alexia says, "Are you an animal?" I said, "Now, why are y'all acting like you don't know what that means?" I said, "Oh my gosh. I said, "Do y'all want the truth or not?" So now Adriana says that it was heavy petting. It was no scissoring. Did we have this lesbian affair that she's accusing me of? No. So now Andy goes on to ask Julia what was her motive in sharing this story. And I'm like, Andy, you know why she did that? She did that for attention. So now Julia says that she shared the story because she felt muzzled and scared when it happened in the Hamptons. I said, wait, what? I said, you felt scared? So wait, you were so afraid of Adriana after you guys hooked up that you were scared of her, and then you proceeded to hook up with her several times after back in Miami? Julia, it's not making sense, honey. This story is a lie. I said, stop it. If anything, Adriana was a scared one. So now, so now Julia goes on to say that Adriana asked her to leave Martina for her and how it would make for a great storyline. I'm sorry. If anything, I believe that Julia was asking Adriana to be her girlfriend. Like, I don't believe that Adriana was chasing Julia. I really don't. Like, I'm sorry. I don't see that on any planet. I just don't see that. I think that Julia is a liar. I'm very sorry. I highly doubt that Adriana was chasing and begging Julia. Y'all have me screaming in this chat. Yeah, Julia wanted a side chick. Julia wanted Adriana to be her concubine. Yeah, Adriana could do so much better. Exactly. She's lying. So now Adriana brings, so Julia says that it made her scared and it made her question the intentions of the friendship. Again, more lies. We know that Julia is very fame hungry. If anything, she would have agreed to them having a relationship because that would be a big storyline. But I, for one, do not believe that Adriana approached her about it. I believe that it was the other way around. So now we have Adriana bringing up their Spain trip when they were in Sevilla and Marbella. And she says, when we were in that little room with Marisol and Alexia, now one thing about Alexia said, girl, let's clear that up. I don't do small rooms. Me and Marisol were in a suite and it was big. I said, I know that's right, Alexia. So now Adriana says, well, anyway, we were all drinking until the wee hours of the morning. Me and Julia go down to the elevator and she asked me to stop in her room. So then Adriana says they get to Julia's room and Julia pins her up against the wall and tries to kiss her and begs her to spend the night with her. She says, you were trying to F me in Spain. So now she says, does Martina know about that? And Julia says, that's all a lie. Stop. Adriana swears on her son's life. And now Andy interrupts. Now, may I tell you, I believe every word that Adriana is saying. That sounds just like Julia. And Julia is always towering over somebody and trying to either seduce them or fight them. So I believe that happened. They're on vacation. They're tipsy. They're drunk. Julia's horny, unhappy in her marriage. I can definitely see that happening. That's why she was crying in that dressing room to gather support. You said not Julia being a dom. You guys are so funny. Yeah, Julia's very aggressive. So I definitely believe that. Why did Alexia need to clarify that? Yeah, with Julia, she either wants to fight or F. Yes. Okay. Listen, Julia is a terrible liar. No, I agree. I agree. So now we have Andy says, what's interesting is when I spoke to Adriana before we came out, she was hopeful that that you guys could reconcile. So Julia says, I don't hate Adriana and I miss Adriana. Adriana had me. Y'all don't understand how loud I was yelling when Adriana says, do you miss the friendship or do you miss my pussy? I said, Adriana, everybody was gagged. Did you see Andy's face when she said that? Did you see Alexia's face when she said that? Everybody was like, I could not stop laughing. I said, what in the telenovela is this? Like, Adriana had me on the floor. I said, Julia, you should have never brought this up because Adriana was getting you together. Listen, y'all, I started screaming. Adriana was gagging the girls. Yes, honey, she could. This reunion was amazing. You said, "What is this, honey?" Yeah, it's a very, well, it was a very, this was a very sexual part too. So if you're prude, if you have virgin ears, you might want to log off. This reunion was very much of giving you a Brazzers tea. You said that line was worth Adriana getting her mojito back. Yes. This reunion was unexpected. It's so true. I could not stop laughing. Listen, y'all, I could not stop laughing. So now, and Adriana kept saying it too. So Adriana says, "I gave you my heart." And so Julia says, "I gave you my heart too." So Adriana gets up and says, "I have a gift for you." And she says, "I didn't sleep for 2 days. I haven't eaten anything because I loved you with my whole heart." But she says, "Now you can keep it." So she gives Julia the box, and it's a box with a toy heart. Everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, like, girl, what is this?" And now we changed topics. But when I tell y'all, the first 25 minutes of this part 2, I had to keep rewinding it. Like, it took me 2 hours to finish watching the episode because I had to pause at so many points, and I could not stop laughing. I could not. I was like, Adriana is the MVP. Adriana was wearing Julia out. Adriana had everybody gagged. I said, yeah, no, Adriana was the star. She was the star. She was the star, honey. You said the reunion was sponsored by Candy and Brandy Glanville. It was a hard pivot. No, it was. I could not stop laughing. I said, "My God, my goodness." And I knew I had to make the title like something really funny. And yeah, she doubled down and she kept saying it. She was like, "Yeah, you missed this. You missed this." Andy was getting his entire life. I have never seen Andy smile so much. He was showing all 32 teeth. If they could have kept talking about that for the whole reunion, he would have kept it right there. Like, he would have kept it right there because he couldn't get enough. You have Kiki asking questions. She wants to know more. Alexia's mouth. She's like all into all this. Baby, I said a hot mess. This was too funny, y'all. I could not stop laughing. I knew. Oh, hey, Joycelyn Adusai. I hope I didn't pronounce your last name incorrectly. Let me know if I did. But thank you for the super chat. I knew Adriana wasn't lying when she said the Haitian Mortician because Larsa mentioned it back in season 4 about Julia hooking up with a black man. Yeah, that makes sense now because she said that I saw Julia with the black man. They were in the hotel lobby of the Four Seasons, and knowing that Julia was in motels and 5-star hotels, it makes sense that that was the same guy that Larsa was referencing. And Julia is a sloppy cheater. Alexa, play Desert Eagle by Beyonce. Oh my gosh, yes! Larsa was telling the truth last season. Adriana playing How Many Licks by Lil' Kim. Yes! Oh my gosh. Adriana has been right about so many things. The other ones are the liars. Listen, y'all. Adriana had me screaming. This reunion was sponsored by Lover's Lane. I hope Martina divorces her and takes the kids from Julia. Oh my, she wanted to feel the rush. Child. When I tell y'all, I was gagged. Like, I was speechless. And I have to say, the rest of the reunion sort of fell flat because the first 30 minutes were so good. So like getting through this part was kind of a chore because, I mean, honestly speaking, they should have saved that part for the last half, but I guess they couldn't do that because we ended part 1 on a cliffhanger with that. So yeah, but if they had just talked about this and their relationship and what they were, I don't know. I felt like the whole Kiki segment, I was kind of bored. We're going to skip over Kiki's segment. Okay, you skip past Kiki's too. Okay, so will y'all mind if I skip past Kiki's? I didn't care. And talking about her deadbeat father, I have no interest. Y'all know how I feel about him. And I don't want to see him. I don't want to hear him. I don't want to hear his name. I really don't. And what I will say is, when Andy brought up Kiki having a little brother that she just found out about, and she said, my dad actually wants more kids, but he wants me to raise them. I said, Kiki, if you actually support your siblings that you haven't even met yet, then you are a bigger fool than I thought. Your father is a deadbeat father still at his big age. Don't you dare take the financial burden of raising his children. You have your 2 kids of your own. I said, how dare he? He was a horrible father to you. He still won't apologize to you, but yet he wants you to raise and pay for and finance his children that he's fathering with other women? Absolutely not. And I don't understand what this mindset is at his big old age. What is he, 70 years old? Why are you still procreating, sir? You want to be 80 years old with the 4-year-old? This makes sense to you in your pea brain? I was so aggravated. I said, what is this? But yeah, we're going to skip past Kiki's segment. It was not that interesting. And the majority of it was about her dad. I don't care. We do change gears, and Andy brings up Stephanie, how she wasn't happy about being called a Chihuahua. He goes on to ask her, what would her spirit animal be? I forgot what dog she said, but the dog that she said that she picked that she would like to be compared to, it's a fabulous dog. They're in the Westminster dog shows. So now we're all on the whole Alexia Stephanie feud segment. Andy says, Larsa, since you brought Stephanie into the group, did you ever expect that Stephanie and Alexia would butt heads? Larsa says, no, I thought we would all be good friends. Alexia says, so did we. Alexia says, I did not expect this from Stephanie. She put in more effort with the other ladies than she did with me. When it came to me, all she did was reprimand me or attack me, and she kept poking the bear. Stephanie says that's not true. When I had gone to happy hour before I met you, Marisol and Larsa were talking badly about your ex-husband, Todd. Stephanie says, I heard all these things about Todd, so when I met you, my intentions were to say to you, you're so great, you're so beautiful, you're so fabulous, this guy sucks. Do I take back saying it the way I said that? Yes, especially since I know how sensitive you are. You know how Alexia is. Alexia's like, I'm not sensitive. Like, don't say that. I'm not sensitive. I said, Alexia, you are sensitive, and it's okay. Stephanie says, again, I apologize for that. So now Andy goes on to ask Alexia, does Alexia understand why Stephanie came in the way she came in? Alexia says no. Oh, wait, no, I just read that part. I apologize, y'all. I'm sorry. I must have written that twice in my notes. Forgive me. Stephanie apologized for being insensitive. And now, Andy brings up how Adriana feels like Alexia and Marisol are threatened by Stephanie because Stephanie is younger and wealthier. So Alexia says, oh, that's Adriana's story with us every year. She always says that we're jealous of the newer and richer girls and get a new plot, babe. So now, but Alexia, let me just say this though. I have to call you out. I do feel like there was some jealousy there when it came to Dr. Nicole. The way you, Larsa, and Marisol banded together to treat her and run her off this show, that was nothing but jealousy. Nicole did nothing wrong, and you guys would pick at her over every little thing for no reason. She was Nicole is such a Dr. Nicole is so pleasant. She's sweet. So there was no reason for the way you treated her. So I don't really believe that for you to say, well, that's not true. Well, it might not be, you might not be jealous of Stephanie, but I do feel like there was some jealousy there with Dr. Nicole, and I'll still stand by that. Andy goes on to ask the group, do they feel like Alexia is intimidated by Stephanie's wealth? Gertie says absolutely. Alexia says, no, we all rallied for Stephanie. Then she calls out Stephanie for actually having the most hesitation about Adriana. So Stephanie says, well, yeah, that's because of you guys. You guys are telling me all this stuff about what Adriana had done. So that's why I was nervous. But she says Adriana has actually been the nicest one in this group. So we now have Andy bringing up Alexia. Do they feel like Alexia talks down on women? Gertie says yes. Adriana says yes all the time. Alexia says, well, that's actually funny because I actually talk down to men. I said, really? I feel like, really, Alexia? I honestly feel like you're very quiet when it comes to the men, but when it's other women, you have a lot to say, but I digress. So now we get to Andy bringing up Stephanie dangling her plane as a carrot. Stephanie, all you had to say was, that's not my intention to dangle my plane. I apologize for doing that. I'm just excited to have a plane. The example that you gave about similar to a kid in show and tell, and how when you're around people who don't have planes, they're not happy for you. Stephanie, in your case, I don't believe that it was a case of envy. I think that you were being obnoxious at points about the plane. When you're threatening to kick somebody off of your plane and talking about etiquette all the time and saying, well, I'm going to put her by the bathroom and she's going to be over here. Nobody wants to deal with that. You were obnoxious about the plane, and I'm being fair. I'm all for the girls giving us a cute flex. Like listen, you have a plane that is fabulous. I love that for you. But I do feel like you were being obnoxious at points, especially when y'all were in Spain. When you made that whole comment about if you don't act right, you will be kicked off. Nobody wants to feel like they're beholden to you about anything. Just, I was waiting for you to own it and you didn't own it. I said, all right, girl. Goodness. But yeah, I think that Stephanie missed the mark by just saying, you know what? I did get a bit carried away. So now you have Andy saying, well, this is a show that leans into wealth and what people have. And Alexia says, I think that for Stephanie, the plane is validation for her. It's an accomplishment for her. She goes on to say that she did have this conversation with Gertie. Kiki, were you in the same conversation as the rest of the group? When you jumped in to say, I don't think that anybody in this group is racist, it's more of a classism issue. I said, Kiki, where do we go from there to we were not talking about that. Nobody ever said anything about racism. Like, where did this come from? I kept asking, I wrote in my notes several times, where did this come from? Is Kiki all right? Where does she, what was the correlation? Yeah, it was so weird. I was like, what? And she was going on and on and on about it. They were all staring at her. Andy was looking at her like, girl, what are you talking about? We're talking about Stephanie's plane and you're talking about racism. I said, yeah, I said, honey, what? Is everything okay? Like, where did this come from? I said, all right, girl. So now we have Gertie jumping in. And Gertie, I felt so bad because you also were trying to make a point and you weren't landing the plane, because Larsa was like, girl, what is the point? Like, get to the point. What are you talking about? Like, be quiet. And I just said, first of all, Larsa, be like, shut up. But Gertie, I just wish that you were a little more articulate. And I really wish that you knew how to get to the point. And I think that you are more long-winded than Dorit from Beverly Hills, Because when you were just talking and talking, I said, okay, we already had that interruption from Kiki that made no sense. And now here you are you're not making sense either. I said, what are we talking about? I said, my God. Yes, Gertie should have prepared better. So now Andy was over. He's like, okay, that's good. Let's move on. So now we get to Andy bringing up Todd's post on Instagram where he was shading Stephanie. And Stephanie says, well, I think it's really funny. I think that Todd wants to be famous and popular. I think that Todd is cheesy. So now Andy's like, Alexia, why did it take so long for you to realize that you guys have a lot in common, you and Stephanie? And Alexia says, I feel like we didn't give each other a chance. And Stephanie says, it's clear to me that Alexia is a very genuine and kind person, and she's way more sensitive than I am. And Alexia says, I think that Stephanie has a good heart. And once she's your friend, you have a friend for life. So now Andy says, okay, well, let's close out your segment where they all like pound on their chest the way Stephanie did when she was saying Alexia's name when they were in Spain. And they all start doing that. We now have Andy we pivot on over to Larsa. Andy's asking Larsa how old her new boyfriend Jeff is. He's 31. Andy's like, does he want more kids? Larsa says she thinks so. They go back and forth about kids. Next topic. I have no comment about that. Andy goes on to ask if her new boyfriend and Marcus Jordan follow each other. Larsa says no. Andy goes on to ask if Lisa follows Larsa's new boyfriend Jeff on Instagram. Lisa says no. So now we bring up the whole Lisa and Larsa feud, right? So Andy's like, Larsa, is it a requirement for your friends to unfollow your exes? It just feels so juvenile. So Larsa says, no, I think if you're not a close friend, it doesn't matter. But if you are a close friend of mine, I do expect you to unfollow my exes. Lisa's like, okay, really, girl? So why did 20 of your friends, why were they still following him and you weren't mad at them? So she says that Caroline Stanberry was still following Marcus Jordan. And Larsa says, well, they all unfollowed him. And Lisa says, well, it took a year later. So now Andy goes on to ask Lisa, what did she mean at Jody's birthday when she said to Larsa that the whole world knows who you are? Lisa bringing up, go ask Chat GPT. I didn't understand that. I said, Lisa, what does that mean? And I'm not going to hold you guys. This segment was a bit boring to me because I wasn't interested in the whole Lisa and Larsa feud in the first place. So I was really checked out listening to this. I said, oh my gosh, like y'all were better off keeping it on the whole Adriana and Julia bombshell because these segments are boring. So, Lisa reads I guess she reads the Chat GPT summary of Larsa. So Larsa's like, girl, I was married for 22 years to a superstar and I have 4 superstar kids. So Lisa's like, well, we all have superstar kids. It's not just you. Andy, you have superstar kids. The way Andy was so over it, he said, girl, why am I in it? He said, why are you bringing me and my kids up? And you know, when Andy gets annoyed, he's just like, girl, like quit while you're ahead. I said, Lisa, this is just so stupid. So now Larsa says, girl, I own my own companies. I bought my own house by myself. I don't expect anybody to pay my rent. So now Lisa's like, well, girl, you got money from your divorce settlement. And Larsa says, well, girl, I was married for 20 years. So now Andy's like, well, are you trying to say that Chat GPT is saying that Larsa is a gold digger? And now Larsa says, I was married at 22. Again, I couldn't really find an F to give because I just don't care that much about Lisa and Larsa and what they have going on when it comes to their feud. If this were more interesting, I would have cared, but I just felt like we were grasping at straws at straws here. Um, Larsa says that she was going through a hard time when her breakup with Marcus Jordan happened. She says, when you live with someone, the first person that you brought to your kids after your divorce, my kids are really affected by it. Larsa is getting choked up, and we don't see that often. She goes on to say that things got really toxic, that her whole family had to stay with her for a little bit. And now Andy's asking her, was there infidelity? And Larsa says, I wish it was just that. So I don't want to throw anything out there, but what did you guys think about that? Was she hinting to something more sinister happening behind the scenes? Is that what, like, because I was thinking, like, well, what was, my mind, I have a very vivid imagination. So I was thinking, like, worst case scenario of what was going on. Okay, all right, okay, so I thought that too. All right, that's what, yeah, I was thinking those things. Okay, yes, all right, so we're all on the same page about what we all thought it was. All right, got it. Lisa says, I had no idea, you didn't tell me that. And Larsa says, Lisa, I expected you to be there for me and pick up the phone. So now we close out the part 2 with Andy bringing up Larsa's comment about Lisa being in Milan while her father was sick on his deathbed. So Andy goes on to ask Lisa, was Larsa in the right for her comment? And now we end it with Lisa saying, I'm going to get emotional right now. Give me an effing tissue. And she's sobbing. And that's where we close out part 2. So I think that, again, part 2, the first 25 to 30 minutes were amazing, but then we sort of tapered off towards the end. It went from amazing, explosive to a little bit of a snooze. But yeah, Julia and Adriana, with all that mess going on, I'm sorry, Julia, you were dead wrong. I stand 10 toes down in my opinion that you had no right and there was no reason for you to sit up there and try to expose what you and Adriana had going on 4 years ago. If you guys both agree that you would never speak on it, then you keep your promise. Even if you guys do fall out and you aren't friends, some things you just don't do, period. Okay, you said the first half was funny AF. The last half was annoying. Yeah, it was. The first part was amazing. The second half, a snooze fest. The main show, the reunion, was the first 30 minutes. The rest of the bench warming material. Yeah, no, it was. The rest was bench warming, very much so. Part 2 started off very strong and fizzled out very quickly, talking about yes, it was very unnecessary. I thought Kiki's segment, we could have chopped that. The Alexia Stephanie beef, that was a chop. Like it just wasn't that good. Andy should have gotten into the bottom of that story. That was the real tea. Yeah, I was surprised that Andy didn't poke more about the length of time of Julia and Adriana's affair, or whatever you want to call it. I was, and the way Andy was so intrigued and he was loving the tea. I just knew that he was going to spend the entire reunion on that second part on that, and then leave part 3 for the boring stuff like Kiki and Alexia and Stephanie. Like, he could have done it that way. Part 2 should have been dedicated all for Adriana and Julia, in my humble opinion. You know what I'm saying? It was full of a lot of filler. Not gonna lie, when I watched it, I kind of tuned out past Adriana and Julia. Andy never goes in when he should. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree. Sorry, but I thought the worst case scenario that came to mind from the AC allegation is, I'm not repeating that. Oh my gosh, I didn't hear that. Lord, if that's the case, jail time. My goodness. Jesus. I agree. Adriana and Julia should have taken over part 2. Very unexpected. Andy needs a co-host. I didn't hear anything like that. Y'all, please don't, is a part 3 needed? I don't think so. Nothing about this season required a 3-part or even a 2-part reunion, especially as everyone's focused on invalidating Gertie's assault. I agree. It could have been 2 parts. Like, we could have ended it right here, because I don't know what else are we going to be talking about in the 3rd part. Andy needs a host. Let Brooke host a reunion. I would love that. Ciao. Well, I guess that's why she had grace for Julia stepping out on Martina. Julia is an idiot. She exposed herself. Yeah, this only needed 2 parts. Yeah, the first 30 minutes was so good. They lost with the other ladies' non-issues. What will they talk about in the 3rd part? I don't know. I mean, I saw in the trailer for the 3rd part, they're asking if Kiki's dad is hot. I'm like, on what planet? On what planet? A deadbeat with beady eyes? I don't think so. I don't think so. Production is shady. I wonder if they chop Gertie's segment down to make it look a certain way. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. Not the deadbeat stands, honey. Yeah, they're talking about, oh yeah. You have Andy asking Marisol and Alexia if they think that Kiki's dad is hot. And I'm like, wait, what? Y'all have me screaming. A 70-year-old with how many baby mamas and kids? A mess. He has about like what, 7 or 8 kids? And Kiki has a brand new 3-year-old brother, and he said he wants more kids and he wants Kiki to raise all of them. How crazy is that? And they both answered yes. A mess. Oh, thank you for coming on live this evening. I made dinner and enjoying it during this live. Oh, I'm glad that you're enjoying it. It's so funny. I was like, I don't feel like going live tomorrow. So like, let me do it today. Let's do this today. I'm already on a roll. Let's do it. How many coffee makers can be bought? You guys are so funny. Oh my gosh. Listen, okay, Dr. Jen, we are on the same page, all right? Oh my gosh. Listen, wait, hold on. Yeah, that Wendy T got you tired, Brooke. Yes, it does. Wait, do you mind if we just talk about the Wendy and Eddie of it all for a few seconds? Like, it's really been the dominant thought of my mind for the last 24 hours. You know? Oh my gosh. I just want to ask, can we please, do you mind if I just bring them up for like 5 minutes? It's like an obsession at this point. Like, I can't get enough of this. I cannot get enough of this. When I'm still stuck on the fact that they called the cops to their home and said that they were robbed and not a window was broken. The only room in the house that was torn apart was their bedroom. Eddie and Wendy must not watch any true crime or Dateline or 2020, because I'm sorry, even the dumbest person could have done better than that. Even a kid could have made it look like a crime scene. They should have let their kids run around and tear the place up. Like, they could have thrown a rock through the window. I'm just confused. Like, they should have poured dirt on the toilet. They could have had, bought some, work boots and stomped all around in dirt to make it look like when the cops came to that house and saw that nothing was out of place except for their bedroom, they flipped the mattress over. and I said this on Twitter. Before they went to Jamaica, Do you think that the kids saw them mess their room up before they went on the trip? Like, I wonder if the kids saw them, try to throw the bags on the floor. Yeah, they have no street smarts at all. I'm just auditioning for the world's dumbest criminals. I'm telling you. Why do they think they could scam ADT? That's where they lost me. Exactly. No, listen, Wendy and her 4 degrees soon to be working at Wendy's fast food, and she better hope she can get Wendy's. Listen, honey, people better stop trying to throw shade on fast food jobs. A job is a job, and it's so bad that they might not be able to get a job. If they're able to get a job at Wendy's or Chick-fil-A, they need to call themselves blessed, because the amount of mess that they're in, they might not be able to get a job anywhere. Mm. They didn't do any research. Honey, I'm so disappointed. A mess. All those degrees and no sense at all. They probably told their kids they're rearranging the room. I'm just curious to know. And she was supposed to be on Watch What Happens Live. She was scheduled for Watch What Happens Live this coming week. And you know that's done. I'm still stuck on the fact that Wendy and Eddie thought that they would get away with this. Like, I'm still stuck on the fact that he emailed his wife. He put this in writing. He left a paper trail. You guys are married. You couldn't talk about your plans while you were in the bed. Why did you feel the need to email her, hey, babe, are you able to add another purse? Say that a Chanel got stolen. And may I tell you, like, I'm just, y'all, I'm speechless. I am still flabbergasted. I am flabbergasted. Yeah, like talking code. I'm just confused. They could have used telepathy. Yes. I'm still stunned at their stupidity. And Eddie's a lawyer. I won't call him up for a traffic ticket. Their best bet is to plead guilty to 1 or 2 of the charges. Hope the prosecutors lowers the charges to misdemeanors, get 3 to 5 years suspended, no jail time, 3 years probation, and pay restitution. But they don't have money to pay restitution, though. That's the thing. I just don't. I don't. And I keep seeing. Okay, I keep seeing folks being delusional, saying, "Oh, Wendy, like Wendy didn't know." I'm like, y'all got to stop. Wendy was complicit. They have the proof. They have the court documents. She was going to the stores, returning stuff and claiming it like it was stolen. There's no getting out of this. She cannot feign ignorance. She can't say, I didn't know. She did know. I just don't understand why you would do this. Like, what was going through your head? What was going through your head? And yes, I get it. You want nice things. There's nothing wrong with liking designer pieces. There's nothing wrong with that. But you can't like it to the extent where you're doing tricks and scams and trying to defraud the insurance company. Wendy, I know that you would have felt embarrassed to have to say that you guys had overspent and you were having some money issues, but that would have been an opportunity to have a real storyline this season. Because if we're being really honest, let's talk real talk. The only time you had a storyline was when the group was against you, when you were the victim. You haven't given us a storyline on your own. Your only storylines have been because somebody assaulted you or the group was icing you out. So it gave you a storyline just off of that. But you on your own have never given us an actual storyline besides these made up businesses every season. Had you said, you know what? we overspent or whatever, we're trying to work our way out of debt, we would have been like, okay, girl, it's cool, it's fine. I just don't. And you know what I hate? I really hate these kind of cases, because I keep seeing people say, oh, that's the problem. You can't trust anybody and everybody's a phony. And it's like, I don't like this narrative that anybody who has nice things is doing something crazy. No. Are there some people who are lying about their lives? Yes, but not everybody is lying about doing well. People are still doing well. Everybody's not out here scamming and plotting and scheming. Like, no, there are people who have money and they're living well and they're not scheming. I don't like this whole rhetoric of, oh yeah, you see that? You can't trust anybody. Don't believe anybody. Everybody. Like, no, that's not true. Don't let two bad apples spoil the bunch. Again, are there people who are out here fronting? Yes, but not everybody is. And I really feel like the larger issue of this whole thing, you know what? My thoughts are all over the place. My thoughts are all over the place, y'all. I just feel like I don't understand why it had to come down to this. I think, Wendy, respectfully, this how Mia secured a Fashion Nova brand deal, you should have done the same thing after you got your body done. You could have had your Fashion Nova pieces and then bought a Chanel, a Birkin, and a Louis, right? And you have your 3 bags and you rotate between the 3 of them. 2 pairs of Christian Louboutin shoes and you're good. You got caught up in trying to have 10 of each thing. I feel like had you just done a classic Chanel, a classic LV, a classic Birkin, you would have been good. But the fact that you decided to get 5 Birkins and 5 this and 5 that, knowing that you didn't have it, is foolish. In the episode when she alluded to the fact that Happy Eddie was making so much money and she did the money sign, to me, that was a red flag. Yeah, and I felt the same way. I said, she's overcompensating. She's overcompensating. I said, it was weird. It was very strange. I don't know. I think that Wendy did not think this through. And I still believe, like I said, when the news broke yesterday, I believe that she really felt like she was above the program, her and Eddie. And I feel like for some reason, she stupidly believed that they would get away with this. Crazy work. Yes, a capsule wardrobe. Exactly. I don't understand why she didn't do Rent the Runway or something like that. She could have done, she could have gotten some really nice pieces. Nordstrom. She could have done Aritzia, gotten some really great pieces. But the fact that she was out here buying Mugler and then returning it, that's fraudulent. Like, I have so much to say. We will be here all day because I'm still not over this. I'm still not over it. But I do feel like it does speak to a larger issue in society, our love for designer, our love for status symbol items, right? Like, is that a conversation that y'all want to have? We can have it another day, but I do feel like it does speak to society's love for luxury. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it does. And I'm including myself in this as well. Like, be clear, I'm definitely not saying this as like, oh, like, no. Like, we are in a very material heavy world where people want a status symbol purse. People do treat you differently when you have status symbol things like a status symbol car, a luxury car. You live in a certain neighborhood, you live in a certain building. You have that purse, you have those shoes, you have that piece of jewelry. Like we can, like, if we're being honest, this speaks to a deeper issue, right? You know, and again, listen, I get it. Like I get it. But I just think that I'm tired of this narrative because this is not true. I know that people love to say that this is not true at all. I'm telling you what I know firsthand. This is not true. Drip down. Dripped down. What? I'm you know, I'm just saying, you know, just saying. And Wendy, this shows me that you were spending. Yeah, that whole wealth whispers is a huge lie. It is. I mean, yes, you're not going to say that you are, but to say that they don't wear labels or they do. They do. Labeled down. Down. Wendy, you weren't embarrassed. And also, Wendy, you weren't embarrassed to be returning the bags and the shirts. You weren't a little bit embarrassed knowing that the good folks at Neiman's and Dior saw you coming into the store, and then they see you on TV pretending like you bought this new outfit, and the whole time you returned it back. Like, you weren't embarrassed. You weren't embarrassed. Like, girl, I have secondhand embarrassment. You, baby, when you see me walk into your store, if you're a sale, shout out to all the SAs out there. Listen, listen, baby, you see me on Instagram, you follow me on Instagram, you see I wear my stuff. Wear my stuff down. It's none of that. Oh yeah, where folks will try to act like, oh yeah, I have a new Dior every single day. No, babe, you see the same Dior saddlebag. Nothing is returned. What? You see folks trying to front like they have a brand new this or that. No, like what? And the whole time it's because they returned it and got something else and then returned that. Like, stop. The fact that you were sitting up there doing that, returning it the next day, that's wild, Wendy. And the fact that they have the proof, and like y'all said, all my folks in insurance, you said, y'all, all the experts told me that y'all go into people's bank accounts, y'all have access, y'all are like the CIA, FBI. Y'all can look into people's credit card statements. The fact that they were so suspicious of you because they knew you were lying, they dug back to your credit card statements from 2018 and saw that you put a Gucci wallet that you returned back to the Gucci store in 2018. You put them on the list of stolen items from 2024. That is wild. The fact that you put a Dior shirt that you had returned in 2023 as the list of things that were stolen, that is wild. That is really wild. Like, I'm like, girl, you should feel embarrassed. Embarrassed. I'm just like, girl, this is so fraudulent on so many levels. This is so fraudulent. Like, I just have, it's secondhand embarrassment. Like, you were living a lie in so many different ways. And you sitting up here like, oh yeah, girl, you know, like Dior down, Gucci down, and the whole time you're returning it. I'd be embarrassed. Baby, I have every single bag, receipt, box in my closet. I don't return anything. You guys, I wear my stuff out. My stuff is worn with a T at the end. I'm not doing any fakery where I'm returning stuff. That's embarrassing. And you're messing up people's commission checks with all this fraudulent activity. It's embarrassing, girl. Yeah, I'm sure. And they do that as well. I'm sure Neiman Marcus flagged her, Dior flagged her, Fendi flagged her. They probably put them on the watch list. Like, girl, she comes in, don't sell her anything, because she's gonna sit up there and return it. She's fraudulent. Louis Vuitton probably flagged her in the system. And yeah, she was probably on the no sell list. Don't even sell her anything. If I have any essays in the chat, let me know. Holla at me. I know you have some customers. They sit up there and want to return. They're sitting up there buying that belt at LV to return it the next day, and they keep doing it. I'm sure her and Eddie were probably on the don't sell them anything. A mess. All right. I'm wearing those Valentinos so the heels fall off. Exactly. Listen. Exactly. I worked at Neiman's in college. We hated frequent returners. Exactly. Oh, and that is my Neiman's. Me and Neiman's go together. Listen, I'm surprised Ashley did not know that tea. Well, Ashley is kind of on the cheap side, so she's not really into like designer shoe. Well, no, she'll give you a designer piece every now and again. But she said herself that she's not really big on buying designer bags. I have a Coach bag, Goyard, and LV. I know that's right. I still have them. Exactly. I even have a cute Target bag I bought a few years ago. Exactly. Ashley shopping at Ross. Yes, you get flagged, especially if they suspect fraud. Yeah. So I'm sure they put Wendy on the no sell list. If anything, she probably had her sister go and return things, or she probably had her sister buy the things. I gave her credit card and bought it, so that way when they were like, you know what, girl, we're not selling you anything more because you keep doing this. She probably had her sister go down, or maybe her assistant. You can find quality items at any price point if you have a good eye. Mia got her Fashion Nova collab, and Wendy should have done the same. Oh, I agree. I agree. Hey, front of the line, thank you for the super chat. And what kind of lawyer is Eddie to think that they could get the full value of the policy, $450,000 for a robbery? Crazy. Exactly. And wait, can we talk about that for a minute? The only way, and I was shout out to Alexander Rogers and Chris C. Diggy1 here on YouTube. I was watching them on Pop Roast earlier today, and Alex made such a great point. He said the only time you get the maximum policy for your house is if the house burned down or was flooded. None of that happened. So I'm confused as to why he thought he would get the max policy when the house was still intact. Like they don't think. It's ridiculous. Working at Dillard's when I was younger, when we had frequent returners, we would end up not taking it back because you can tell if it's been worn and they try to exchange it for something else. Yeah, that's just such tacky, lowbrow behavior. That is the epitome of tacky, lowbrow, cheap. Like, you don't have the sense that God gave you. No home training to do like that is just so tacky to me to do that. Hey, Stephen Nieves, thank you for the super chat. Eddie is a tax attorney, by the way. Well, and wow, the irony of that. Well, he must be a horrible tax attorney because he should know better than to pull this stunt. This is crazy. This is truly crazy. They must have a clause that says they pay for insurance up to $450K. Yeah, SAs lose their commission with returns. It's ridiculous that she was really doing that. Wendy, I don't know why it was so hard just to say, okay, let me go to Nordstrom for some nice clothes. Nordstrom is high end, so I don't know why. Like, she could have done Nordstrom for her clothes, Aritzia, and then Fashion Nova, and then she could have bought three good bags that would last her. She likes Birkins. I don't ever think she had Birkin money, but she did. She bought 5. She could have said, she honestly could have done a nice Chanel. She could have done 2 Chanels, a black Chanel and or like a chocolate brown Chanel and a white cream one for the spring and summertime, right? That's what I would have done. And then she should have done like a YSL and an LV or a Dior. The fact that she was buying 5 Birkins, 10 Chanels, and then returning some of them is wild. And Hermes does not play about returns. You can't like you get store credit with Hermes, and you only have 14. There's only a 14-day window to make the return or the exchange for Hermes. So I know she wasn't pulling that stunt with trying to return a Birkin. This is just crazy. Like, this is really crazy. Well, she bought when they reported that she had I think it was in the report that she had 5 Birkins. I'm not saying that she bought 5 Birkins at once, but she must have bought them within a very close time frame of each other. Because we did see her with a few Birkins in season 8, I believe, when NECA joined the show. But I listen, Wendy, you should have bought 1 Birkin, 1 Chanel, a Dior, a Louis, and a YSL, and you would have been set. And then rotated between the 5 of them. Allegedly, they had close to $1 million in debt. They could have just filed bankruptcy at that point. Oh, you said you don't believe they're real. You said Firkins. I'm screaming. I am screaming. You know what? She could have bought her Birkins off of the Real or Fashion File. She probably maybe did that. I do want a Chanel purse. I will get one hopefully Christmas. Yes, you are. I'm claiming it for you. And yeah, no. Get it now. Get it. Yeah, get it for Christmas. Because with the recent price, they just had a price increase. They've had 2 price increases in the last 6 months. So if you wait till after Christmas, there will be another price increase. So definitely get one before Christmas. That was all a lie. Hey, High Vibe. Thank you for the super chat. Didn't she say they had a trust for their kids' college? I wonder if that's true. No, that was a lie. I'm sorry. That was a lie. I didn't believe it. It sounded phony. It sounded fake. That was something she was putting on for the cameras. This might be petty of me. I'm just you guys know I don't bite my tongue. I don't mince words. I don't mince words. When she brought the whole thing up about she gives her mom an allowance. When you say you're giving somebody an allowance at these ages, I'm expecting substantial money. When she said, we give my mom, my mom's cranky because I didn't give her allowance yet. And production is so shady. When they zoom that camera in to her zelling her mom, and she only zelled her mom $500 for the month. I said, girl, listen, like when we're talking about allowances and we got it like that, I'm expecting more money. I just knew that she was going to send her mom at least $2,500. I said 500. Let me. I'm sorry, but there was a lot of things that Wendy was saying. I said, you know what? Let me not talk. I just skipped over it because I said if I say something, it'll come off as shady. But I never believed the whole trust fund thing. That was just a scene for the show, the episode, and that whole allowance. Yes, honey. Listen, I said 500. I said you couldn't have made it 1,000. Yes, for the month. Oh my gosh. Hey, Kay, got that so hosey. Thank you for the super chat. We compare these wives to the Love and Hip Hop girls, and we've yet to see them being put in prison. Very true. Are her mom and sister her people who watch? Probably. You said trust funds, marble walls, honey. It was Neverland, honey. Neverland. She had the trust funds have $40 in an envelope for each kid. Oh my gosh. said that 500 went toward bail. Oh my gosh. Listen, honey. No, it was 500 a month. Cause she said my mom gets we give my mom a monthly allowance. And I said, okay, so I'm expecting I'm expecting to see, at the very least, 1,500, 2,000 on the low end. And I said 500 for the month. Y'all better get out of here, please. You said she probably put IOUs under her kid's pillow when they lost a tooth. My God. My God, today. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. You not an IOU. Not an IOU. And think about it. Yes, she should have called up Michael Darby. He was hooking. Yes, because think about it. When Ashley was still married to Michael, remember how they were giving Sheila an allowance, and they were giving Sheila $4,700 a month. So I was expecting to hear that from Wendy. Miss Sheila and her shiny wig was getting a cool $5,000 from her daughter and former son-in-law. So that's what I mean by an allowance. Hey, Mr. Sister, thank you for the super chat. Oh, thank you. This is your 911. Your coverage is Emmy worthy. Oh my gosh, thank you. I feel honored. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Brooke, you're right on the allowance. We pull our mother's cash gift for a good 4 digits. There's 4 of us. Yeah, exactly. There's a comma in there. When we're talking about allowances for mom, there's a comma. Oh gosh. Oh no. Oh gosh. Also, maybe she couldn't continue her YouTube channel because she doesn't have the budget to begin with. No, first of all, no, nobody told Wendy to do a big production for her YouTube channel. She did that for a storyline. She could easily pull up, a nice set in her home. They had an office in the house. She could have filmed in her office. She has a MacBook, get a camera, get a mic, set it up. You don't need to rent a space. And if you want to do that, that's fine. But Wendy, her YouTube channel failed because laziness and inconsistency. It has nothing to do with no money, because you have people who start off with YouTube with $1 in a dream and a busted up iPhone, and they record and it either takes off or it doesn't. But Wendy's YouTube channel did not fail because of the lack of funds. It failed because of a lack of work ethic and laziness and inconsistency. LOL, she could have hired you, Brooke, to consult her on how to do YouTube right. She thought she knew it all. And she wouldn't do that. She wouldn't even come on my channel. So she wasn't gonna consult me. And also, her money's all jacked up. She wouldn't. What is she gonna pay me in? Nothing. She might give me an old candle. She had a producing partner, but they split. Yeah, heavy on the laziness and inconsistency. They think being reality stars, we're going to flock to their channels and watch them breathe. Absolutely not. Exactly. Yeah, pay you in a stolen bag. Exactly. No, thank you. I'll pass. I'm sure in a $700,000 home, she has a nice room or space to start her channel. Listen, she does. She had the office. We saw her in the office a few times. When in Wendy's case, it was nothing but laziness. Listen, okay, she would give me an old candle. She would have tried to pay you an exposure. Yeah, right. Oh, gosh. Wendy's boring. I don't know who would watch her. She could have gone to the film room in Johns Hopkins. Child. Candace films her podcast in her home. Wendy just wanted attention. Exactly. Yeah, this was just dumb on both of, yep, on Wendy and Eddie's part. It was. She thought it would be an easy coin. Yeah, they think that. They think that. They think it's going to be an easy check. Watch, Eddie's going to cut a deal to get Wendy a wrist slap. So here's my thing. They're both indicted on multiple counts. It's what? She has 8 counts. He has 9 counts. Correct me if I'm wrong. They're facing the maximum sentence is, I think, 15 to 18 years. I don't know if Wendy's going to get a wrist slap. I think that the judge is going to make an example out of the both of them. I don't know. I don't. People take insurance fraud, wire fraud, anything about trying to cheat the government or companies out of money. Our government, our judicial system does not play. I don't know about them getting a wrist slap. I don't know. And Wendy cannot pretend like she had no idea. She was complicit in this. You know what I'm saying? She can't pull a Teresa Giudice where Teresa was able to maintain. And remember, when Joe Giudice went on the stand, he even said, take me, my wife had nothing to do with this. I made her sign the papers. She had no idea. So that's why Teresa got off as easy as she did. Wendy was complicit. They see her going to the stores, returning stuff, lying, saying that she, it was stolen. A mess, y'all. And that the fact that there's emails and a paper trail, I just don't see it going well. I don't. I'm pretty sure she has connects, unless she made enemies because of her attitude. She could have been doing so many things. It's not what you know, but who you know. Very true. I have an associate's in media and a bachelor's in PR. Doing a YouTube channel or a podcast is not easy work, and neither is promoting it. No, it's not easy at all. You're the director, you're the producer, you're the editor, you are the stylist, you're everything. It's all on you. You're the promoter, you're the hype person, you're the personality, you're the talent, you're everything. And people don't realize how much of a grind it is. Return the Mugler after her crotch been all up in there. Wendy did not care. She probably dry cleaned it and then took it right back. Yeah, she can't say she had nothing to do with it. They caught them red-handed in black and white. They could have discussed this in bed. Exactly. The emails show that she was in on it. Yes. So now, I want to ask you this, guy. I want to ask you guys. I am torn. Well, okay, so wait, shout out to our friend Kempire. He broke the news earlier today that Potomac picked up the cameras. They are filming right now as we speak. Do we think that they are scrapping the second half of this season and giving us a brand new season due to what's happened? Or do you think that they're going to add this? Do you think that they're going to add this new footage for the finale, or do you think that we're going to get a new second half of the season? Yes, the mid-season trailer will feature this. I hope so. She might pretend that she was emotionally abused by Eddie. I don't think she can claim that, though. She can't claim that. She cannot. I don't think she can claim that. I just don't. They will do a sit down with the other 6 girls for the finale. let's be honest, no matter what deal the Judices or Martha Stewart got, remember the Ocephals are Black people in America. Willie Nelson did not do time, while Wesley Snipes did 3 years for taxes. Very true. This is the footage for the finale. Okay, they're going to add this as a finale. They might boost Jazzy up to full time. I'm sure they have footage. I can see that. I immediately thought they were going to scrape and redo it and add this breaking news segment to it, sort of a segue. Would Karen be part of this? Oh, now that she's out? I don't know. I'm going to try to find out. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. No, they won't scrap what's been taped. That's a waste of money spent on the cast and crew. The new material might be season 11 for all we know. So, so then if it's season 11, then I see them bringing out season 11 immediately. I can see them having, like, we have Potomac, like, all year round, where there is no gap. Like, this season ends, and then we're immediately jumping into season 11. Maybe it'll be that. I think they'll add 2 episodes, one for Karen and another for Wendy, but they won't scrap because the trailer seems like Wendy will have a difficult season. I think we'll get it 3 months later at the end of the season. Poor Angel and Tia, Wendy's case will overshadow their debut. They might, or they're going to make money, or they're going to make Wendy work for her money. 3 to 5 episodes scrapped. I can see this too. I wouldn't be surprised if we get episodes 12 through 17 scrapped. I won't be surprised. We'll get a new finale episode. I think so too. I think they're going to add in the girls' reactions and maybe confronting Wendy. Oh, and then remember, they're going to have the cameras back up for Wendy and Eddie's court date, which is less than a month away. Remember, her court date is November 7th, right before BravoCon. Yes, this season is so outdated now. I agree. I think this is too big to not have a whole new season. I agree. They're going to condense the episodes and end the season early. Yes, they did that with SLC season 3. When Jen went to jail, they shortened the whole season. We only got 13 episodes for that season. I can see them doing that. I can see them scrapping the last 5 episodes and we get 14 episodes and it ends with this. Jesus, I wonder if they end up being guilty, if they'll be taken into custody immediately like Karen did. Vanderpump Rules added 2 additional episodes after the Tom Ariana cheating scandal happened. I could see that here. Hey, Osman Shigal, thank you for the super chat. The justice system does not play about white collar crime. They were both complicit in a paper trail, so their goose is cooked. Yeah, I feel the same way. I think you're right. I don't see them getting a light sentence. I really don't. I don't, y'all. I really don't. That's a major financial loss to scrap episodes, though. I mean, it is, but you know they're pissed about the whole wife swap. They now have to scrap Wendy's episode that was going to premiere this Tuesday. And then on top of that, now they have to reconfigure the rest of the season now of how this, Wendy has effed up everybody's bag. Like this, I feel sorry for, this sucks. This is such a major blow. You said Wendy better slap her best Brazzers wig on in front of the Carroll County jail, Carroll County judge. Oh my God. And when Chris and Alex did Pop Roast today, somebody in the chat said that Wendy, when she quit the professor being a professor, she should have gone into OnlyFans. And you can say what you want about you can say what you want, but at the end of the day, OnlyFans and porn is legal. Listen, baby, if it's legal, if it's a legal job, you know what I'm saying? She was, you know what I'm saying? She was already trying to give us, sexy and with a whole new body. So it's like, girl, you are better off doing that to bring in some money. You know what I'm saying? You would say what you want. You could say what you want, but the X-rated material sells and it's legal. Isn't Carroll County MAGA country? That's what I keep hearing. I think they're probably going to be doing a new second half of the season. It's better for the network. Yeah. No, it's true. It is better for the show. You said you're one denied application away from joining OnlyFans. All right. Yes, you should be on OnlyFans showing off the degrees and titty, okay? Listen, sex sells and the bills do not care what you got going on, okay? Listen. No, it's true. It's true. If you're out here frauding, then you're not too good to show a little leg. I'm sorry. Like, if we're being very honest, you cannot say that you're too good to show do a little something when but you can scam. No. All right. Oh my gosh. I just don't know what will make them do this. If you're more honest about your situation, you receive more sympathy from the viewers. I think that it was pride, arrogance, hubris, and there was a sense of shame. Wendy is very concerned with how the viewers view her. And I feel like Wendy does not have the personality to be on a show. She wants fame, but she does not want the scrutiny, because I feel like, girl, you know what's going to happen. Like, I think also, and I said this before yesterday, if y'all were all in the chat yesterday, right? If we're being really honest, if she had been honest about her financial issues, it definitely would have garnered more sympathy, and that would have actually helped her become a fan favorite in the viewers' eyes. Because let's be so honest. Let's be so honest. When we talk about the top 25 housewives, in your top 25, Wendy's not even cracking top 40. And let's be honest. Let's be really honest. When we are talking about the most iconic housewives, if you had a top 40 list, Wendy's not on that top, and that's okay. Every housewife is not going to be an icon. And like, you have to, like, you know what I'm saying? You have your Gina and Emily's who are just happy to be there. Emily is, yes, Wendy is on that. No, we're being honest. Come on, y'all. Let's be honest. Yeah, exactly. I said it in the last night's recap. Wendy is giving you top 83, and that's no shade. That's no shade. That is no shade. We've had 100, I think, and 25 housewives throughout the last 20 years. There's no shame in that. If Wendy leaves Potomac or got fired, nothing would change. You feel Karen's absence. If Giselle left the show, however we feel about Giselle, you would feel that. You get what I'm saying? Nene's absence, Portia, Kenya, those are iconic girls. Phaedra, you feel what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? The New York Housewives, Bethany, Luann, Sonia, Ramona, however you feel about them, those women are iconic. Like let's be really honest. Teresa, girl, like, you get what, Tamra, no matter how you feel about, like, no matter how you feel about them, we have to be honest about who the greats are. And it's no shade. Bravo will have more grace if one of them messes up versus Wendy, because they are the faces and the anchors and the icons of their franchises. You know what I'm saying? Yes, a housewife can be iconic without you liking her. Exactly. Bethany, even Dorinda. Exactly. Bethany is definitely top 25 for sure. It's so true. Giselle's a messy queen that lives for drama, but she's top 30. Karen is up there. Karen has given us so many moments. So when people try to say, well, how come Bravo will have Karen back? Because Karen is a star, baby. No, listen, and I have gotten on Karen, but we have to be honest, y'all. When we're talking about the icons of Real Housewives, Karen Huger's name holds more weight. Let's be honest. Oh, Portia's absolutely in there. Portia's up there. Oh no, listen. Portia is top 15. Kenya is top 15. Absolutely, no, without a doubt. Kenya, Portia, Nene, Phaedra, top 10. Sheree, Whitfield, like, you get them. It doesn't matter about whether I like them or not. We're just speaking straight up facts. Yeah, even though Lisa Rinna, like, let's be honest, let's really talk about it. Baby Sonia Morgan is top 20. Oh yes, honey, the black girls are carrying the top 10. Kenya, Portia, Phaedra, Nene, they're in the top 10 already. What? Lisa Vanderpump is top 15. Like, Vicky Gunvalson, Tamra, Heather Dubrow is top 30. Like, girl, like, you get what I'm saying? So people keep saying, well, no, but like, because I saw some people trying to say no, but like, they need Wendy. Let's be honest. Potomac will still move if Wendy's on the show or off the show. Let's be honest. Listen, we are speaking real today. Hey, YY, thank you for the super chat. I want to know who she was trying to keep up with. None of the girls are balling like LVP, Kyle, or even Bethany Frankel. I think that it was just the viewers. I think she was really catering to what the viewers were saying about her, because Wendy came on the show in the same way that Nene came on Atlanta season 1. And she was really traumatized by the viewers' comments about her not being the glam girl, her not having any luxury pieces. Like, she really took that to heart. Y'all have me screaming. Oh, Portia's top 10. Oh, absolutely. If we're talking about the most iconic housewives, majority of Atlanta is clearing top 10. Like, if we're talking top 10, Portia is top 10. For all the girls who swear that I just don't like Portia, that's not true. Kenya's top 10. Like, what? Like, Nene's top 10. Sheree, like, Karen is top 15. If Karen's not top 15, then she's top 20. Like, and because folks were trying to fight me in the comments yesterday, like, I'm being dramatic, but no, but like, you had some like diehard fans saying, no, Brooke, Potomac needs Wendy. I'm like, girl, like respectfully, we have to be honest. They will stop the show for Karen or Giselle before they stop it for Wendy. If we're being honest. If we're being honest. If we're being honest, honey. You said Miami's bottom 50. You said y'all have me screaming. Yeah, I would say Candace is top 30. If Candace is not top 30, she's top 35. Y'all might be mad at me. Lisa Barlow, I think Lisa Barlow might be top 30. Like, and you can fight me on it. Lisa Barlow might be top 30. Like, I'm being really, she might be top 30. Mary Cosby is top 30. Like, if we're like, you get like the SOC girls are giving top 30 energy. You get what I'm saying? Right? Are we okay? You get what I'm saying? Okay, you said Barlow is top 40. Okay, fine. I'll take that. I would say Mary is top 35. The SOC girls are fighting for top 20 on. Okay, listen. Okay, wait. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's no shade. Emily and Gina are top 90. They're 95 through 100. Wendy, I'll give Wendy, I said 83 yesterday. I stand by that. Wendy's 83 through 100. Heather is top 50. Heather's top 50. Kyle, I'll give Kyle Richards top 40. Yeah, like Sutton is in that 80 to 100 range. Like, like Sutton's only 85 because she had that Naima moment. Yes, Meredith is in that. Okay, Meredith is in the top 25, 40 for me. Like you get what I'm saying? Because I gotta be honest, Kim Zolciak, say what you want. Kim Zolciak is like, you feel me? Like we are all on the same page. Okay, you said Kyle's top 40. She should be higher because of the moment. Okay, no, you're right. No, because remember, the Atlanta girls are clearing. Atlanta is clearing. Then you have Karen. Karen is up. Karen is top 15. So it's like, Kyle. Okay, fine. You're right. No, Kyle's top 25. But LVP is top 15. This is so much fun. Okay, you said Adriana's top 25. Marlo's higher than Wendy too. No, that's true. No, it's no shade. Marlo's like top 51. She's like in the no, you're right. No, you're right. No, it's true. Okay, wait. You said Jenny Nguyen top 100. Bethany, Luann, Dorinda is clearing. Okay, wait. Okay, so Dorinda. Oh, okay, wait. No, Dorinda. But okay, we forgot about Teresa though. Okay, fine. No, Bethany, Luann, Dorinda. Bethany and Luann. Okay, wait. So we gotta rearrange some. Okay, no. Bethany is top 10. Luann is top 20. Dorinda is also top 20. But I don't know who I'm moving out. No, LVP is top 5. LVP is top. Wait, see, that's what I'm saying. Like there's so many icons, and Wendy is not giving us like it's no shade. This is tough. This is really tough. Girl, y'all have me screaming. You said yes, Jenny's top -250. Margaret is up there. Shannon's top 75. Who's number one? Number one is gotta be Nene. Okay, so you said top three. Hey, that girl from yonder. Thank you for the super chat. Top three, Nene, LVP, Bethany. I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at this ranking. I'm not mad at this ranking. I'm not mad at this ranking. And then I would say number 4 is Teresa. 4 is Teresa. And then 5 is Portia and Kenya. Gotta be 5 and 6 though. Oh no, Lisa Wu is top. No, Lisa Wu is 88. No, wait, right? Lisa Wu is like, Lisa Wu is, ooh, Lisa Wu is like 75 through 90. Melissa Gorga's higher than top 50. Melissa Gorga is, Melissa's in the top 40. Move her up. Don't do her. Oh, you said Bravo. Okay, Bravo, if you steal this game, I better get my check. I better get my cut. No, Melissa is up there. Would I be crazy to say Melissa's top 35? Right? Yeah, honey. What? No, Kenya's up there. Kenya's top 5. If Kenya's not top 5, she's top 10. Her and Portia are top 10. They're like 6, 7, 8. Period. Oh, yes. Danielle Stahl from Jersey. Yeah. Oh, Dina Manzo and Danielle. Oh, Danielle is top 45. Dina Manzo. Yes. Yeah. Dolores even is a good top 40. Like what? Dolores is like she's 37 on the list. Claudia Jordan. I'll give Claudia Jordan an even top 50. Okay, Nene, Kenya, Tamara, LVP, Teresa are top 5 for me. Okay, I'm not mad at this. All of Jersey might be top 45. Okay, fine. Yes. Okay, I'm not mad at this. But Teresa's definitely in like the top 5. Not you said Muzzy top 20. Get out of here. Get out of here. Talk about some Muzzy. Okay, wait. Bronwyn, for her to be her second season, Bronwyn has given us a lot of mess. Bronwyn's like 32. Bronwyn is top 40 for sure. Bronwyn is top 40. You said Muzzy's number 1 for Rotten Mother. Yes. Where do you put Phaedra? Okay, no, Phaedra. I have to give Phaedra her propers. Phaedra's top 15. Phaedra's top 15. I will give Phaedra her. No, she's top 15. Not you said Peter's in the top 15. Yes, what makes a good housewife is the trajectory. Yes, when we judge who's the best, we got to look at their trajectory. You're right. Who you said Bob is top 70? Bronwyn's top 50. Okay, you said Bronwyn is top 50. Okay. Oh, Kim Richards has to be Kim Richards off of that. No, Kim Richards is top 40 because there was so much drama when she was on the show. Okay, no, Cynthia's top 25. Cynthia's top 20. No, Cynthia has given us moments. Cynthia is top 25. You said not on Bertha is higher than Wendy. Damn. Oh, Caroline Manzo. See? Caroline Manzo. Oh, this is tough. Why are y'all doing this? Okay, no. Caroline Manzo. Am I wrong if I say Caroline Manzo is, oh wait, no, this is tough. This is tough. Okay. No, Caroline Manzo, for the what she gave us in that amount of time when she was on the show, Caroline Manzo, I'll give Caroline 32. I'll give her 32. Okay, you said Caroline's top 30. Okay, you're right. Okay, Monica, you said, hey Z, thank you for the super chat. I'm sorry, but Monica Garcia was iconic to me. I'll give Monica for her one season. I'll give her. No, what she did was crazy though. I'll say Monica was top 68. She gets number 68 if I had to rank her. It's 68 for me. Okay, you said Monica is top 75. Okay, so Shamia's not on the list. Oh, Ashley Darby. Ashley, okay, you know what? Ashley. This is aside from what I think about Ashley. No, I have to be fair. Ashley is, because Ashley does have presence. She is an OG. She's stirred up so much mess. I'll give Ashley top 37. She's in, like, she would be in the top 30. Like, yeah, I would have to give Ashley Darby. She's top 40. I would give her number 37 on the list. All of Dubai gets 95 through 102. Okay, yes, Camille is Camille is higher than that. I'll give Camille is 30. I would say Camille is top 30. Oh, this is so much fun. You said T'Challa got to be up there for attacking Wendy in season 5. I am shouting. Okay, wait. So Monique Samuels, where do we put her? Wendy's higher than Britt Eady. Yes, I'll give her that. Brooke, where do you rank Margaret Joseph? Oh, Margaret's pretty high. Margaret with that funeral arrangement that she gave Teresa in the last season. Margaret has given us some moments. When she said Jen Aiden's lips look like a baboon's ass, that was iconic. Margaret's top 30 off of that alone. Margaret's like 26, 26. No, Margaret's top 30. Margaret is top 30. Give Margaret her flowers. Margaret's top 30. Okay, you said Monique's top 35. I don't like Monique, but the binder was iconic. I guess, you know what, I would say Monique, I guess, because people always talk about it, and the Four Homes diss. I guess Monique is, I would say, what, top 45? Karen is top 15 from, did I do Karen from New York? Who is Karen from, what? We never had a Karen on Roni, did we? You said Monique's not that high. Candace is top 20. Yes, yes, Candace is, if Candace is in top 20, she's top 25. Candace is top 25. Yes, Candace is top 25. Okay, you said Ashley is top 35. Giselle is top 25. Okay, I agree with that. Karen is top 15 though. For sure. Karen is top 15. I'm not mad at this ranking. Jill Zarin is top 20. Yes, Sheree is top 8. Yes. Oh, for sure. Sheree is top 8, hands down. Sheree is top 8, and hands down. You said Dallas top 200. I think I remember someone said there's been 100 and I think 23 Housewives. Carol Radswell. Carol was iconic. Carol's top 45. She's like 48 on the list. She's definitely above top 50. Like Carol was that girl. Heather on New York. Heather Thompson, I would give her top 63. Heather Dubrow on Orange County. Heather girl, I'm gonna rank you high. Heather is top 30 to me. Heather Dubrow, say what you want. Heather Dubrow has given top 30. Tiffany Moon from Dallas is top 50. Oh, you think so? I don't know. I feel like no, the Dallas girls are 65. No, Jessel is top 88. You said who is Tiffany Moon exactly? Oh, Alexia. Alexia is, I'll say Alexia's top 40. Alexia's top 40. You said I'm waking up from my nap. Someone said Wendy is number 16 for the 16 charges. Oh no. Oh, you said Alexia's top 65. I see nobody mentioned Garcelle. Garcelle, if I had Garcelle, I would say, oh, this is hard. I mean, if I had to be honest, Garcelle's in the 60 range to me. You might be mad at me, but Erica Jane, I have to put Erica Jane. I have to get like, this is not even about me liking a house. I'm being honest. If we're going off of legendary status, Erica Jane and Dorit are higher than where I would rank Garcelle. Erica Jane and Dorit, I'm giving top 40. What about Shaky Voice Candy? Candy's giving us a lot. Candy's up there. I would give Candy top 30. Yeah, Candy's up there. Ramona, yeah, no, we gotta be honest. Ramona's up there. Despite her nonsense, Ramona is up there. Dare I say Ramona might be top 12. Oh, Kelly Ben Simone, you were talking about. Okay, oh, Kelly was nuts. Kelly was nuts. I guess I would give Kelly, I mean, she didn't really give us icon status. She was nutty. Kelly would get maybe top 75. Kelly Ben Simone, top 75. Okay, we're right. Okay, so I'm on the money. You top 70. Okay, we see each other. Child. You better stop. Kelly was not a good housewife. She wasn't. Yeah, Adrienne Maloof was dry. Top 80. I agree. Luann is top 20. Mia is, I'll give Mia 72. Mia 70, top 72. Kelly and Katie Ross are the same font. Oh yeah, what are we ranking Heather? Which Heather? You mean Heather Gay from SLC? Heather Gay. Listen. Okay, Heather Gay is going to always give you story. She ties up she's the narrator of SLC. I would give I would give Heather's top 50, but she's higher than top 50. She's between 37 and 45 for me. Lisa Barlow is top 30 for me. Heather's like 37, 30, 45. If I want to be generous, I'll give Heather, the top 35 spot. Heather Gay. You said Marisol's liver. Okay, Deshawn Snow. Deshawn Snow, she was so dry her first season. Deshawn, I'll give Deshawn was such a non-factor. Deshawn gets top 90. No, Deshawn might give. Yeah, Deshawn didn't give us anything. Deshawn is between 91 and 102. Kim Fields is in that same range too. You said 223. You said Greg's top 40, Deshawn 99. The way she had Julia and everybody gagged, I'm giving her top 10. Robin. I'll give Robin top 45. Robin is top 40. Robin's had some moments. I'll be fair. Robin is top 45. Giselle's in top 25 status. Ashley Darby's 35. I would give Robin top 45. Oh, you said Robin's 68. You said Robin's 88. Julia's 101 to 112. The coffee pot, you are so funny. Rob is top 80. Oh, you said, okay, Robin's top 60. Adriana's a key. Oh, Aviva, when she threw her prosthetic leg on the table. Aviva had some iconic moments, her short time on the show. I would give Aviva top 78. I'll be generous and say Aviva is between 68 and 75. Sonia Morgan's top 20. You can fight me on that. Sonia Morgan's top 20. Sonia Morgan is top 20, period. You said the Haitian Mortician. Drew is 4 seasons. I would give Drew top 60. Drew is top 60 for me. I would rank Marlo higher because I'm factoring in all of Marlo's friend of seasons. I would rank Marlo top 48 and Drew, I would say 57 through 60. I still don't know why she had to buy the man a coffee maker. This recap took a huge detour. Yes, Drew is top 60. I agree. Yes, Brooke, you're absolutely right about Sonia Morgan. Not the motel. Oh my gosh. Rinna may be evil, but she's up there. Kathy Hilton, I'm giving Kathy Hilton, I'll give her top 50. Child, Wendy calls you mean for doing absolutely nothing. Wait till the Housewives hear these rankings. Oh, I forgot about Sonia. You said Olympic lady top 100. No, Sonia. Yeah, Sonia. I'm so sorry, Sonia. Sonia Richards Ross, sweet lady, not Housewives material. Sonia gets 98 through 102. Brooke, you got about 90 Housewives in the top 25. You said Sonia is 400. Not y'all dragging me. You said I have 90 folks in the top 25. Anna Marie is 124. Oh, I forgot about her. She was nuts. Her and Bronwyn on OC, they're 123 to 130. Gina and Emily, I'll be nice and give them top 85. Wendy's 80. Hey, not Aquafina. Thank you for the super chat. What spot is Monique's binder in? LOL. Monique's binder, that's up there. That's up there. That's top 50. That's top 50. Hey, Kadaya too, Torre. Thank you for the super chat. Who do you rank higher, Phaedra or Kenya? Who do I rank higher? This is so tough. Hands down, they're both top 10. I think I might have to rank Kenya higher. I think Kenya will be top 5, top 6. And Phaedra is like number 9 on the list. And Portia's up there too. So yeah. Do you think I'm accurate? Phaedra can't read off the cuff. She rehearses. Diana Jenkins. Oh yeah, Diana Jenkins she's 105. Tamara is 11. Yes, I agree with that. Yes, I agree. I think yes, for Kenya's higher. Jennifer Tilly's 92. Yeah, I would give Jennifer Tilly. I would actually put her higher. I would put Tilly because of the fashions and she's just so oblivious. I would give Jennifer Tilly top 78. Tilly's 78 for me. 92 is Dubai. 92 is Chanel Ayan, Caroline Brooks, Lisa Milan. Like, respectfully, Jennifer Tilly's given more iconic moments. Like, respectfully. Yeah. Oh, Miss Lawrence. Miss Lawrence. Yeah. No, Miss Lawrence. I loved Miss Lawrence. Oh my gosh. I want Miss Lawrence to be higher. Low key, Miss Lawrence needs to be higher. Even though, like, love Miss Lawrence down. Yeah. No, Miss Lawrence was like such a treat during the early days. Dwight Eubanks too. Dwight, Miss Lawrence, Derek J. I might have to put them top 50. They're not even housewives, but they really did make the early days of Atlanta. I got to put Miss Lawrence deserves a higher ranking. Dwight gave us some moments, honey. Absolutely. Listen. Okay, you said Tilly is top 60 on her coins alone. Yeah, Dwight's top 50. Dwight's top 50. You said this top 100 is more like top 1,000. Okay. Oh, Yolanda. Oh, Yolanda gave us some moments. Yolanda's like top 55. Top 55 through 60. You said Sutton is top 90 for me. Too pathetic and desperate. Alex and Simon, they were nutty as all hell. I would rank them top 50. Am I wrong for that? Alex and Simon are definitely top 50. Yes, Dwight was the only one on the reunion couch. Very true. Yolanda was nuts, but that was my girl. Angela on Atlanta. Angela had a strong first season. I would give Angela top 60. Shamia is giving me top 77. You said, bravo producers, please give Brooke her coins when y'all play this game at the next Watch What Happens Live. They better. Yes, Angela is top 60. Absolutely. I'll put Angie K. I'll give Angie K. Angie K really ate down when she threw that shade at Bronwyn in the finale last season. She said, "You're married to a man with one foot in the grave and the other on a banana peel." That was legendary. Um, I think Angie K's whole shtick is leaning into her desperation. Yeah, Jen Shah is very thirsty. Angie K's top 58. I'll give her that. And I'm debating on that. I feel like somebody else could take that slot. I think Angie K, I'll give her between top 58 and top 67. I feel like that's fair. Oh, Eva Marcel. Eva's top 50. When she read Marlo down, she said, "Girl, slick those edges with the got to be glue." Eva, yeah, when Eva was a housewife, Eva is top 50 for me. Oh, you said Eva's top 30. But I'm not mad at that. But I feel like there's some more people though. I'll give you, let's meet in the middle. Let's do 40. Top 40. Top 40. Yes, with your helmet hoodie. Yes. Let's Eva's top 40. You said Wendy's people about to report back once this live is done. Listen, Wendy has bigger fish to fry than being ranked as number 88. She about to be reporting to cell block number whatever, so please, she has bigger fish to fry. She has bigger fish to fry than worrying about a silly Housewives ranking by the Brooke Ashley. Okay. All right. Oh, I forgot about Jacqueline. On New Jersey. Jacqueline, I'll give her top. I'll do Jacqueline 78. Taylor Armstrong. Taylor Armstrong is 55. Top 55. 55. 55. No, Mary Cosby's top 25, top 30. For sure. Hands down. Oh, and I would put Sonia up even no, if I'm being really honest, I would actually give Sonia top 15. Sonia's top, like if we're being really Sonia's top 15, honestly, and true, like if we're being really honest, but she's definitely top 20 hands down. Brandy on Beverly Hills. Oh, you think no, that's too hot. No, you said Jacqueline should be top 20, 45? That's too high, I feel. Sonia's top 10 for me. Okay, yes. Sonia is up there. No, she is up there. Yes, Sonia cleared every single time. Joyce from Beverly Hills. We didn't get to know. Joyce was robbed. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. Joyce, don't be mad. No, you don't get mad. Joyce, 91. Because Joyce was robbed, but like she, you know what I'm saying? I can't. Don't be mad. Joyce is okay. You said Joyce is 120. Okay. Joyce was beautiful, but I can't give Joyce that high of a we didn't get to know her. Shamari gave us something. Shamari's top 58. Oh, it was higher than what you thought. Okay. I like Joyce, but don't remember much about her besides being beautiful and standing up for herself. Yes. Oh, Gretchen Rossi. Okay, no, Gretchen's top 50. Charisse, I'll give Charisse top 65. Charisse is top 65. But Karen is clearing. Karen is top 15. And I might have to say Karen's actually, I might have to move somebody out the way. Karen actually might be top 12. No, Charisse, I'll say, no, wait, no, Charisse. I'll give Charisse between top 50 and top 60. Stacy has so much potential. I'll give Stacy top 60 right now. What about Faye Resnick? Oh, I forgot about Faye. I'll give Faye. Come back to me about Faye Resnick. Oh, Sheree, we said it. Sheree is top 10. Sheree's top 8, actually. Sheree's top 8. Sheree is top 8, for sure. Lisa, Rena, Vicky, they're both top 30. You said Kiana is top, 100, 105. Oh, I forgot about Kelly Dodd. So Vicky's up there. Kelly Dodd gave us moments. I'll say this. Okay, Kelly Dodd is. Would I be crazy if I gave Shannon a higher place than Kelly? Shannon is top 40. Don't fight me. Shannon Bedore, top 40. Kelly Dodd, I'll say Kelly Dodd she's 51. Kelly might be top 30. Okay, Katie Ross. Wait, okay, no. Katie, no, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. I don't know where I put Katie Ross. No, but Katie had some moments when she came back as a friend of season 4 of Potomac, and she said, I don't think you're dumb. I think you're stupid. I'll say Kate. I don't know if I can say Katie's top 50, though. Like, I want to give her top 50, but I can't give her top 50. I'll say Katie's top 57. Is that fair? Am I being too harsh? Because there are so many other people who I feel like deserve that top spot. The quiet woman is 34. Wait, you said no way Shannon's up there? Wait, okay, so where would you put Shannon, though? No, Shannon's up there. No, you can't do her. You can't do her like, no, Shannon's up there. Alexis Bellino is top 70. She's top 70. Alexis is top 70. Oh, Kelly Farrell from Atlanta. Kelly's in the 80s. Okay, thank you. I was going to put Shannon in the top 25 too. Thank you. We see each other. She changed the game for OC. Shannon, stop playing. Stop playing with Shannon. Stop playing with her. I wanted to give her top 25, but y'all were going to drag me. So I said top 40. But I do think that Shannon is top 25, period. You said Bob Whitfield is top 20. Stop playing. Wait, Lydia. Oh, I forgot about Lydia. Lydia's 111. No shade. Oh, Eileen Davidson was fab. Eileen. I want to give you higher, but I'm going to give you top 60. You said Kelly is a newbie. She's bottom 150. Wait, hey, the perfume preppy. Thank you for the super chat. You said Sharice's wig is 121. Crystal of Beverly Hills. If Wendy's 88, Crystal's 89. You said Joe Gorga's top 10. You actually might not be lying because Joe Gorga will give you something. Eileen's a personal top 10 for me, but she's like top 50. Yes. You said Big Mobile. Oh my gosh, it's top 5. I'm screaming. Whitney. I'll give Whitney top 45. I'll give Whitney top 45 from SLC. Where are we putting Bose? I'll give Bose 98. And that's not even being shade. I'm giving Bose 98. Oh, you said Whitney's too high. Okay. Okay, you said Bose is 96. Okay, so Bose is, we'll say this. Bose is between 98 and 105. We were very close. We see each other. Not you. She gets honorable mention. I'm screaming. No, this is fun. I love this. It's a lot of fun. You said 98 is too high. Where would I rank Lizzie from OC? Lizzie had potential. She's the only person to ever clear. She's the only person to ever clear Tamra. I would rank Lizzie. She only had 1.5 seasons though on OC. I would give Lizzie 79. You know who I would give? Jen Padranti. How do you say her last name? Jen from OC, right? Who's on right now? Her 3rd season on. Jen gets pretty high marks. I would give Jen an even 70. Dorit's. Don't whack me. Dorit's top 35. Dorit is top 35. Erica's top 30. Erica Jane is top 30, for real. Yes, Dr. Nicole is top 60. Oh, do we mention Denise? Oh, Denise Richards. Oh my gosh, I don't even know. I'll place Denise Richards. I'll say Denise Richards is, I'll give her an even 80. No, Lisa Rinna. I said no. Lisa Rinna is up there. Okay, oh my gosh, stop it. We had the same. We're in the same way on the same wavelength. No, Lisa Rinna is up there. Lisa Rinna is. I might have to say it. Lisa Rinna might be top 25. I'm prepared to get whacked. Lisa Rinna might be top 25. And I might be crazy enough to say she might be top 20. Lisa Rinna is up. Hey, No Name, thank you for the super chat. Who's higher, Julia or Britt Edie? I guess Julia, because she has been on the show for 4 seasons. She didn't skip out on a reunion. So I would give Julia 101. Britt Edie's at the bottom. Hey, lovely D's. Thank you for the super chat. You should pitch this to Bravo, a Real Housewives award show. Get your coins and you should host it too. Thank you so much. Thank you. I couldn't stand Rinna, but she was a good villain. Yes. Top 15 is fair. Yes. Okay, wait. Kim G of New Jersey. I'll give Kim G. She was so desperate, though. I'll give Kim G. When she said, Danielle, you and your square tits. I'll give Kim G 67. You are right about Rinna. I don't like her, but you cannot deny her. Yeah, you cannot deny her. You cannot deny her. You cannot deny her. She's up there. Oh no, Leah didn't bring a lot. Leah did not bring a lot. I don't think Leah even gets 85. Leah gets 95. That's being nice. Hey, Kadaya Torre, thank you for the super chat. Lisa's too evil for me to rank her that high. But like we have to be fair. We're going off of moments. Just take whatever gripes you have with the housewife to the side. Moments aside, you cannot deny what she's given us. No, Jennifer Aydin's up there with Wendy and Gina and Emily. I would put Jen Aydin in the 80s. You said take the ego out of it. Yeah, Lisa for the Amsterdam dinner alone. No, but remember, okay, yes, Ebony came. Yeah, no, Ebony is 102. That's where I would place her, absolutely. If we're going off of moments, Giselle isn't even top 100. So let's think about this, though. Giselle is an OG. She does move the story along in her twisted way. She is the face of Potomac. Her and Karen are the faces of Potomac. Her spats with Karen have been iconic. That press conference alone with that free Uncle Ben shirt, I have to be honest with you. Giselle is definitely, if Giselle's not top 20 or top 25, Giselle's top 30, top 35. If we're like put it to the side, she is definitely on the top 50 side of Housewives. She is. I will never deny the girls. Oh, I forgot about Peggy. Peggy's in the hundreds. I forgot about Peggy. Yeah, Peggy's in the hundreds. You said, okay, so Peggy, you said she's 100. Okay, yes. Oh, you said Giselle's top 60. When Giselle has time to plan, she clears. Giselle has had iconic moments. Who's eating emu? Half of 70 is 35, so that's cool. Exactly. Who's Peggy? She was like a one-season wonder. No, Anna Marie is 135. Oh, Lynn Curtin. Lynn from OC. Lynn, when she got evicted on national television in season 4, I'll give Lynn top 60 for that alone. We had 2 Peggys on OC. Yes, the Armenian woman, and then before her, though, there was another Peggy. She fell out with Alexis because she had dated Jim Bellino before she met Alexis, and Alexis was angry at her. Both Peggys from OC, they're in the hundreds. Yes, both forgettable. Yep. Oh, I forgot about Deandra from Dallas. Top 60. Her storyline, her mom, top 60. I liked her too. Heather Thompson, I think I put her at like 77. I put Jen Aiden in the 80s. Oh, Leanne was good and crazy. Oh my gosh. Leanne was nuts. I couldn't stand her. But Leanne did give you something. And that tacky wedding that she threw with no food. I'll give Leanne Locken from Dallas 60, top 60. And then you know who I would give? Cameron Westcott from Dallas. I would give her 100. Jenna Lyons is 101. A wedding with no food. That was ridiculous. You said Jenna's 399. The Salahis, on DC. Oh, I forgot about the DC cast. I would give DC top 65 through 75. So the Salahis would be top 65 because that stunt that they pulled. The older woman who lives in Georgetown, who had the modeling agency, and she was dating the younger Black gentleman. I liked her a lot. And she moved. She ended up leaving Georgetown and bought that big house in McLean, Virginia. I liked her a lot. I would give her top 70. Yes, Linda. I liked Linda. I liked her a lot. Hey, lovely D's. Thank you for the super chat. Child, the perfume preppy said Sharice's wig is 121. Thank you for the super chat. Okay. No, I don't. I see. I read these. The champagne's getting to me. Hey Eavesdropper 95. Thank you for the super chat. I give Mama Joyce top 25. She even had a segment on the reunion. Oh, she did. Her voicemail to Carmen still takes me out. LOL. Yeah, Mama Joyce is even up there with her nonsense and her moments. Yeah, Mama Joyce, I will put her like top 60. Cameron's DUIs are top 20. Bryn is 155. Oh, I forgot about those twins and Amber on Jersey. Oh yeah, no, they're 205. They were horrible. Noella from OC. Noella's 175. Noella's 175. They had her at BravoCon, and it was so embarrassing. I was in the VIP lounge. She was in there, and only 5 people took a picture with her for her photo op. Yeah, Noella's 175. Oh my gosh. No, I put Sheree. Sheree is high. Sheree's top 8. Sheree is top 8, hands down. Sheree is top 8. No. Sheree has given us moments. Sheree is top 8. Who gonna check me, boo? Sheree has given us moments, honey. Hey, DB, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you so much. Joe from OC, 75. Okay, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that ranking. What about the bad parent list for number 1? Muzzy or Kiki's dad? So I would say, okay, that's hard. Muzzy, Kiki's dad, and Sutton's mama Reba are tied for first place. Oh yes. Oh wait, we've been on for 3 hours. Okay, wait, that's how my stomach is grumbling. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. We've been on here for 3 hours. Oh my word. You guys didn't tell me I had taken up all your time like this. Jesus. Oh my gosh. I forgot about Reba the Dominatrix. Child. You love it. No, I love it too, but I am hungry, y'all. Miss Dot is top 50 because of the money. No, I am. I'm gonna order something. But I'm so hungry. I ordered sushi when last night. Girl, we loving it on this Friday. No, it's Saturday, girl. I'm glad you guys love the lives. I just knew I was gonna be on here for only an hour and call it a day. We always lose track of time. You know we do. Miss Shirley's wig. I don't know what I would Miss Shirley's wig. I don't know what I'm giving her wig. What? Top 80? Oh, you said Monique's ex-mother-in-law. Now, didn't I set that heifer straight? Monique's ex-mother-in-law, top 88. Monique's ex-mother-in-law is top. That was iconic. Monique's ex-mother-in-law, guess, top 65. Oh my gosh. You said she's top 500. Candace's triangle. Oh, that's up there. That's up there. Oh, Brooke, we need you to do a now, Chief 83, you need to stop. Do you see the comment? That Chief made just now? I'm not gonna highlight your comment. You need to stop it. Oh my gosh, y'all have me screaming. Brooke, we need you to do a video breaking down your favorite Housewives moments, the top 5 to 10 moments. That'll be fun. Yeah, you saw you saw Chief's comment. You better stop it right now. Oh my gosh. Lord have mercy. Um, guys, I'm gonna stop the live right here, guys. Okay. Y'all have me screaming. I am hungry. I did not think I was gonna be on here for 3 hours. This was really fun. We should do it. I want to do another live talking about the top housewives, top moments. You said cheap left after that comment. Oh my gosh, I am screaming. No, but I had a great time. I hope y'all had a good time. I love y'all down. Thank you all for coming here and celebrating 35,000 subscribers with me. You are so funny. I love y'all down. I hope you guys have fun hearing about, talk about Miami and the Wendy and Eddie of it all again, and then ranking the top housewives. This is always a key. Oh, you said Sheila's 10. Sheila's 10 is top 15. We need to solidify this list. Yeah, we need to condense it because the top 10 and 20 are overcrowded. Well, yeah, y'all said, Brooke, you have 95 people in the top 20. All right, y'all. I'm going to see you all later. Thank you to all my moderators. Thank you to everybody. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for all the love. Just thank you all for being here and spending some time with me. I love y'all. Have a great rest of your night. And I will see you for Potomac. All right, guys. Bye, guys.